Representing Brick City, Shakur.
Finding those levels too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting him with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
Do you foresee yourself being in, let's say, more thrilling fights as you get older?
Basically what you're saying is Floyd. Get beat up and get some black eyes, then get your hand raised.
No.
Stoop to everybody else. Stoop to everybody else's level and be stupid.
When you get older, I'm saying. When you get older. Do you think
there's nothing cool about taking punishment, getting beat up, getting bloody lips, and getting a check. It's the coolest thing I can do. I can dominate you, shut you out, and make crazy money, and go home and live with my family in a very, very comfortable and happy way. That's how I like to do it.
Lifting weights and being strong doesn't win fights. Having great timing and being a very, very smart and intelligent fighter wins fights. I mean, I've been in there before with guys that was a lot bigger and probably hit a lot harder and a lot stronger. But Floyd Mayweather always has the remedy.
Okay. Well, 37 opponents had heart, and all of them came up short.
Speed kills, I guess, right? Watching you in person is a lot faster than on TV, man. How important is speed?
Well, it's not about speed. It's about smarts. It's about smarts, and it's about not getting hit that much.
Baldamir's a big guy. What are you going to do to offset the size difference?
It's not by size. Skills pays the bill at the end of the day. It's about being smart, and the smarter fighter is going to win. Most guys I don't beat them with speed and power. I beat them with smarts. I'll think about it. It's more up here than here.
Bring the truth or tell on your ass what you're doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you're gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. You can get killed in this shit, man.
I kind of believe that he was set up, to be honest, because of the fact that Devin Haney lost. And we know you don't want a loss on your record, right? A loss on your record takes away everything that you have tried to accomplish with Devin Haney. That's why, to me, you won't fight Boots. You won't fight fighters that are at a 50-50 stage with you. Fighter that you know you can't beat. I believe that you're a great strategist when it comes to this game. You're a great manager. You know how to pick and choose the fights. But I believe that you're picking opponents that you know you can beat. I want to see Devin Haney challenge. So where do you go after the Ryan fight? Do you go up to 154 and fight some of those bigger opponents like Jerron Boots Ennis? Because my understanding is Jerron Boots Ennis told Devin Haney, let's fight at 152. And Devin Haney wanted Jerron to come back down to 147. And we all know it's a lot easier to go up than it is to come down. Am I correct? Like, it's more strain on your body to have to lose the weight again than to actually gain the weight and then put on and still be at the same ability that you were before you gained the weight. Am I correct with that? Because you're a trainer too as well. So you would understand that aspect.
Next caller, we done?
No, he didn't ask me a question. He wouldn't ask me a question. That was a statement. Ask me a question.
Are you going to fight Jerron Boots Ennis after you fight Ryan Garcia? If you go and you fight Ryan Garcia and you beat him, are you going to move up and fight Jerron Boots Ennis? Or are you going to stay at 147 and undisputed?
All right, White Mike.
Yo, Bill Haney is crazy. Oh man, shout out to the fan, man. We back again. What day is it? It's Wednesday. We here. We gonna build on this boxing. Hey, we gonna have some fun. You know we like to have fun over here, man. Is it safe out there? Hey, y'all here. I hear that them super fans, they biting hard today. I heard they out there attacking, man. Oh shit, bro. Oh my God. It took me a long time before I could get to this point, y'all. Now I just laugh at people. Is it safe? Is it safe, man? He said, so you go fight. You gonna fight Boots after you fight Ryan? Bill just looked in the camera and ain't say nothing. Yeah, that man a fool, bro. Shout out to Trill Bill Haney, man. Shout out to the fan. Back with another one, man. We're gonna talk this boxing for a bit. You know, I like to laugh, man. I like to lighten the mood over here. Everybody be too serious, man. It's just boxing. Just chill, man. Enjoy it, man. It's fun if you allow it to be. But look, y'all seen what they announcing, man. DHP Promotions posted right on their IG. You know, I don't know if you want to say this is an official announcement, but I mean, I don't see why they would add specific details and just mislead the fans. You know, they reported or they at least posted on their IG that they're gonna pursue this rematch, and they said they had a date September 5th at Allegiant Stadium. I mean, look, everybody I think wanted to see this rematch more so than any other fight. It makes sense. They're both champions. It's a lot of history. It's unfinished business. This would be the 8th time they getting in the ring together, right? As fighters, and I mean the 2nd time as professionals. So the first one got an asterisk by, so they got to eat. You know, they both got to make peace with that and do their best to get back in the ring and right that wrong. You know what I'm saying? I know for Devin, you know, this will be the biggest win of his career if he can go get through Ryan Garcia. You know, it's people that think that it ain't gonna happen. It's people that think that look, Ryan got his number. You know what I'm saying? Rolly was one of those people, man. Rolly said, man, yo, he fought Devin 100 times, he beat him 100 times. That's what he said. That's what Big Rolo said. He said Ryan got Devin number. But you know, this is the beautiful thing about this fight with the backstory, the history, the the fight that got changed to a no contest, but people still seen the 12 rounds. They seen the knockdowns. They seen how swollen Devin's face was at the end of the fight, how he had to keep picking himself up off the ground. We've seen him in some bad situations, but since then we've seen him get back right, put himself in position. We've seen Ryan since then get upset by Rolly, get outboxed by Rolly, and be given a springboard gift by the WBC with a shot at Mario Barrios, who was hanging on his title, onto his title by a damn thread. So, I mean, we seen this coming, man. Barrios, no disrespect to him, he's seen better days. He was ripe for the pickings. Styles make fights, stylistically, athletically. He just didn't have it to even give Ryan any kind of trouble, any kind of resistance for real. And that fight was what it was. Now Ryan is sitting pretty with that WBC belt, but all of that shit could change. Either his career and stock go up after September 5th, if this is the date that they in fact is going to line it up, or Devin Haney stock go up and he get to put this demon to bed, man. Get to, you know what I mean, put this monster to bed, you know what I mean? In all speculation, and answer the question as to who the better fighter out of y'all two. You get me? I feel like Devin is, but he just got to show it. It's going to be a tough fight. He might have to get through some tough moments in the rematch potentially, but I just think he, with a smarter, better game plan, more prepared, I think he can beat this guy. But this fight is always going to be dangerous because Ryan Garcia got a ton of confidence since their fight. Despite losing to Rolly, he beat Mario Barrios, so he back riding high again. It's going to be a dangerous fight for both guys for some of the same reasons and some different reasons, man. But I'm here for it. Look, I ain't about to cry. If it was Rolly, I was supporting it. If it's Ryan, I'm supporting it. I've been very clear. I can't pick the fights for these guys. That's up for them to do it. If this shit got all the history in the world, I do think it was a bigger fight, obviously, than Devin and Rolly or Ryan and Rolly. You know what I'm saying? So it seem like it make the most sense. This at 47. Nobody gotta meet at no catchways, go up or down in no weight. They can sit right where they at and defend their titles. And look, let's see who the better man. I think this rematch gets to answer that question for us. But we're gonna talk about it, man, because it's been a lot back and forth until they got to this point. You know what I mean? It was looking like it was going to be Rolly, right? It was talking about negotiating with Rolly. You heard it in the Last Stand podcast, but you also heard Rolly say, man, he don't really want to promote the fight because ain't nothing done, right? So here we go. But let me say what's up to the fan, man. What's good? CJ in the building. Is that my guy, Ghost, man? What's good with it, Ghost? Jordan, what it do, my guy? What's good with it, man? LC, Hanos clan mad right now. Usay Shakur over 1 pound per pound. Hell yeah, they mad. OTB, my bro. What's good with it, man? Yeah, that was that interview where he talked about the sanctioned bodies. Marcus, what's good with it, homie? Favorite Jesus in the building, man. Bill be speechless. It's something new. I'm telling you. That's a rare occasion, man. Cal Cooley bless his family, man. Did you watch the JL Patai fight? Absolutely, I did. Unifications are great for boxing. Facts, they are. You know what I'm saying? Reef has to work out in WBA, WBC, because if Ryan beat Rolly, he would have been unified at 147. Telling you, Mag 7 would have do, man. Interesting, man. It is nasty work, man. Man, unified. Yo, that unified would be crazy, too. But yeah, this is perfect time. He said perfect time, especially when Devin talking about moving up. Yeah, Mike Ron, what it do, man? I never thought he was moving up without this fight. You know, I just think it's Devin. He get paid and he won his bread, and I think he do want to be great. He do want to improve himself, and I think roads lead through Ryan Garcia. I think roads lead through Ryan, and you gotta be willing to fight this dude. You get what I'm saying? You got to go back down that dark alley. You gotta go get back in there, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure this dude is tested, man. That's all I can say, man. Make sure that everything's on the up and up, and y'all being, tested thoroughly, man, and get in there, as I've always said, and show people who the better guy once and for all. Is it gonna be Ryan? Is it gonna be Haney? You get me? Like I said, Rolly fought Ryan and he beat him. And he said Ryan got Devin's number. If they fought 100 times, Ryan would knock him out 100 times. I don't agree with that, but That's Rolly. Blue. Ryan versus Haney and Antoine versus Shakur in the same car. I would love it. But, you know, Antoine says he wanted to save Shakur for last. So we know they ain't going down that road. But, hey, look, man, it's been a lot being said, man. Look, Ryan said he ending his career this time around, bro. He said, look, let me tell y'all where I got this from, just so y'all know, man. So y'all, I know y'all like, man, this is what they put up, man. This is straight from Devin Haney Promotions right here. Said Allegiant Stadium, September 5th. I don't know if this was confirmation, bait, or whatever, but I think it would be bad taste if they threw out a date and the location, and you know what I'm saying, and it's not happening. I think that'd be bad, you know. So we'll see. We'll see, but it ain't too many. To be honest, man, it ain't too many places you can go, bro. Let's be honest. You either fight Rolly Romero, and it's a unification, so people can't really complain. Champions fighting champions should never be frowned upon. You get what I'm saying? But we also know the magnitude of the rematch, right? And anything can happen between now and then, right? If they went in another direction, if they went to fight other people. So this is the fight that a lot of people were saying they wanted. This is the fight that you might get. But look, Ryan Garcia said he going, hey, Haino's clan. I need to know what's up. Reef, what's good with it, man? The Haino's clan, man. He said he said he gonna end you. He said, yo, he said you will never box again after this, bro. Like, nah, Devin, you gotta beat his ass. You gotta like boxing lesson him, man. You gotta box him down. He talking crazy. Debo, you gotta see, this the thing. This is the crazy thing. Do he go into this fight being Debo Dev, or do he go into this fight being Devin the American Dream Haney? Is he gonna go into this fight with Debo energy or what? You better not. This ain't the time to be Debo. Hey, look, hey, Dev, Team Haney, tell Debo to take the night off. The night they fight Ryan, tell Debo to take the night off. We need the American Dream in there, baby. We don't need Debo. Debo might get you hurt. We need the American Dream, G. We need you to box, be smart. You know what I mean? Exploit his weaknesses. Exploit Ryan's slow feet. He got fast hands, but he don't got, his feet ain't that fast. You get me? Exploit them joints, man. Leave that Debo shit home, man. That night, I'm being serious when I say it might sound like I'm joking, but I'm not. Don't go in there being Debo. Ryan talking about ending you, bro. He talking about you never boxing again. Like, all right, you don't believe me?
And they don't want to taste that fear again, because it's going to be worse next time. And you know, I plan on him never fighting again after we fight the second time. I'll put an end to it.
Yo, nah. Hey, yo, nah. Hey, Hanos, Team Hanos, man. I know y'all not letting him talk to y'all like that. Ryan said he gonna make sure you don't box no more, bro. I don't even like how he talking crazy. So look, I'm rooting for Dev, the American Dream Haney. That Debo shit, that you could be Debo after September 5th. Just don't go in there doing this. He said this is about to be Norman Jr. Part 2. 70 punches landed, Jordan. 70 punch. What? What are you talking about? That 70 punch masterclass? I know you ain't talking about that 70 punch masterclass, Jordan. Ryan just be saying anything. Nah, but he talking crazy. He talking about bro never boxing again. That's crazy. I know y'all not going out like Willie Lump. Y'all not gonna let him talk that shit. He said you gotta be Devo in this shit. Australian or not, Devin gotta give Ryan back every wild knockdown. Oh, nah, that might play into Ryan's hand. But look, hey Kyle, he talking crazy. All right, what Devin say?
And at the end of the day, if we're talking about A side, I'm the guy who's number one in the division. I'm the guy who beat the best guy in the division. He beat the worst guy in the division. I'm the guy on the pound for pound list. So if anybody's the A side, it's me.
How am I muted? Hey, y'all, I don't know what's up, man. Hey, look, Team Hanos, man, y'all gotta come holler at me, bro. The link is in the community section, bro. I'm concerned, bro. Why y'all man talking about A-side? Yo, Ryan talking about ending them, bro. Boxing career. You get me? We not going for that kind of talk, bro. Devin out here talking about I beat the #1 guy. He beat the worst guy. Shit, Ryan, you was saying Ryan was a C-level guy and he didn't get better since the amateurs. So I don't know. I don't know if I trust I don't know, man. Haney talking about A-side, Ryan talking about ending it all, bro. This shit diffy, man. Man, it's different, bro. He talking crazy, G. I don't know what's going on, bro. But look, Ryan was talking crazy to the Haney.
Happy to be back. Devin Haney will be next in line if we could figure it out. You're just not that guy right now. I don't even want to call you B-side. You might be Z-side. Shut the fuck up. If you want that run back, you could get it. Just know your place. Devin Haney, I've declared war onto you. My first declaration of that war was yesterday. I've declared it. It's time. If you want that work, you will get it. I will beat you worse. This time, you will feel something you've never felt before. You will never box again, ever in your life. You're interrupting my fucking speech, bro. All right, whatever. Cut that. Don't clip that one. Clip this one. Devin Haney, suck a dick. Wait, that's kind of gay, isn't it? Fuck the Haneys. They're trash, bro. We're always going to be above them. That's the fact. It's like Garcia's the Haneys. We don't even know where they're at. You know, they're just there. Like, damn, Haneys, what the fuck are you guys doing here? You went to the Diddy party. Yeah, guys, Haney is such a bitch. It's hard to come up with a new name other than bitch. I have a lot of words in my mind. I'm holding back. Fuck you, Bill Haney.
Hey, nah. Y'all not gonna let this man talk crazy like this. This man sitting there with that baggy ass golf outfit, man. Talking crazy. That man just did 9 holes, man. Well, how many holes of golf they do? I don't know. I don't play that shit. What is it? 18 holes? Well, however many. Ryan just did whole game of golf, bro. And he talking crazy, man. He being disrespectful, man. Like, look, he back talking crazy again. Y'all gotta put belt to his ass this trip, bro. You can't afford nothing. It's win or bust. Like, all jokes aside, this fight is great because it seemed like it's win or bust for both guys. And I ain't saying like their career's over, whoever lose, not that, but just with this particular matchup, because if you're Ryan, people felt like you cheated. You got to prove that you're able to beat this guy and duplicate the shit you did the first time around on an even playing field, right? You got to be able to prove that. And then is on Devin's side, you got to be able to prove that, you know, you are able to put together a better game plan. And it was the PEDs that helped him. Now on the even playing field, he can't do nothing with you. So they both have something to prove. You get what I'm saying? And that and all roads leads through each other. I think the winner goes on to do something possibly bigger, or it gets an even bigger fight. You know what I mean? This is a unification, bro. This shit could be no better. Like, if you Devin Haney, man, you got to be excited for this opportunity if this is the fight September, because it's a perfect ending to the story. I don't see Devin wanting to fight him a third time. Right? Like, after this, if he was the win, I didn't see him wanting to like double back one more again. Maybe if the money was crazy, something like that, but who knows? But I think he want to close this chapter. So I think if you're Devin Haney, Team Haney, you want to do this shit right. You want to put him out, you want to put him away. And I ain't saying you got to stop him, but you want to leave no doubt this time around. You want to make you want people to walk away from this fight and this rematch feeling like the reason that, you get what I'm saying, that we didn't win the first time is because he had PEDs in his system. You get what I'm saying? This man talking about ending you. He talking about ending your career, man. That's some tough talk for somebody that had power pellets in the system. You get what I'm saying? He seemed extra confident. I think it's based on that first fight, bro. He feel like he got Devin Haney's number the same way Rolly feel like he got Devin's number, but it remains to be seen. All right, come on, Devin, man. Remember, he was playing with you, bro.
NGQ, doing what I do. All white, looking nice. Okay, come through.
I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not.
Hey, Dad, man, you got to deal with that shit again. Are you ready? Are you ready? Like, because Ryan, it's like 2 fights. You got to deal with him outside the ring, the antics and the weird shit. And then there's the fighter inside the ring, the athlete, right? So you got to really be prepared. And like I said, this dude gonna have a lot of confidence going into a rematch, bro. You gonna have a lot of confidence going into a rematch based off they first showing.
I want to see that rematch as much as I want to see any fight in boxing. And I think even though Boots and Virgil is the better fight, Ryan and Devin Part 2 is the more marketable fight because you've got highlights from the first fight. You've got all the drama from the first fight. The storyline is there. The narrative is there. And I've said this before, whatever number the first fight did on pay-per-view, you could basically multiply it by 3. That's what the next fight is going to do. But if the money is right for Devin to fight Rolly Romero, I can't blame him for taking it. I can't. Like, all due respect to Rolly, he won that fight against Ryan Garcia clean. But Devin Haney is a different animal altogether. Like, Devin Haney is a different type of fighter.
I like the fact that he giving Haney some respect right there, Chris Manning. Shout out to him, man. He said Devin Haney's a different type of fighter. I like that you're giving him his just due like that, G. The defense better not show up. Hell nah, he gonna have to be better than he was in that first one, bro. He can't afford that. You know what I'm saying, Kyle? He can't. He don't need things to go bad for him like that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And what is Ryan gonna stay focused, right? After this big win over Mario Barrios? Does he stay committed, focused, locked in, dedicated, and comes out here and shocks the world in a clean fight? Right? Is it possible? Because they out here clowning Dead, man. They out here clowning G.
Devin Haney, best fighter in the world.
I'm telling you, man. Telling you so. And I think this is what happens too when you have options, bro. I think that it was always a possibility of this fight being made because it's the biggest fight to be made for Devin, I think. Get me? You get me? You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just the most obvious choice, right? Yeah, Rolly's an option because he's a titleist, but this one is personal. This one got a backstory. This one got history. Y'all went 12 rounds. Then just for it to get changed to a no contest. You was dropped multiple times in that fight. You was hit with left hands, right hands. Right? You caught Ryan real good in that fight too, though, because he said it. He said it.
Weights matter, you know. Jake tried his best against a heavyweight. He couldn't hurt him at all, so it was like.
Man, where that Ryan clip at, man? Well, he was talking about it though. He said it. He had said Dev clipped him in that fight a bit and buzzed him. He said it. If he fights both, Rolly first, then Ryan. I mean, shit, Dev on top of his business, John Wick, if he does that. But it just seemed like the opportunity is presenting itself for you to go attack this fight. I think Rolly will be there, right? But you know, if you can secure the rematch now, why not do it? You know what I'm saying? So he fighting both. That's impressive, man. And look, he out here snatching up titles again right now, man. He'd be one belt. If he could beat both of them guys, he'd be one belt shy of undisputed. And that'd just be Lewis Crocker. And I don't think Lewis Crocker will beat him. Poi was good with it. Hendog was good with it. Look, y'all. This is what DHP posted on IG. As far as y'all wondering if it's official. Now I'm seeing people reporting on it, but shit, they the first ones. Why would they do this? They done gave people a date and everything. You get what I'm saying? I like the fight, man. Get it to us. But this You're gonna have to fight some demons with this fight right here, bro. Because you got to think you don't fight a guy for 12 rounds. That's 36 minutes. You don't fight a guy that long. I don't care what it say on the records officially. You know what I mean? Y'all fought, right? You get me? Like in your mind, you know y'all fought, and he did some damage. So you got to deal with that going into this fight. You know what I'm saying? You got to go into this fight knowing that he dragged you through it the first time. Shout out to Stressed Out Boxing. Hen Dog was good with it, so that's the why I'm reporting on it, because I'm seeing it coming from the official IG. So I'm like, yeah, y'all must be fighting Ryan Garcia. Sunshine, what it do, man? Y'all must be fighting Ryan Garcia. I just want to see it, man. You know what I'm saying? Give us the fights. Unless they trying to throw the bait out there to see what stick, but I don't see why you would do that. Yeah, they saying Allegiant Stadium, September 5th. What if? What if? So, ain't nothing official, bro. Ain't nothing official, but it ain't so many places you can go. And again, if you got people thinking it's Rolly or Ryan and you go in another direction, somebody that's neither one of them, I don't think nobody gonna care. So I think if you Devin, I think these are the two fights that make sense. They both have 47. Everything else could wait. You're not getting Lewis Crocker. I don't think he's going up to 54 right now because it's still unfinished business at 47. I'm just trying to narrow it down, make it make sense. But they treating it like a what if situation. And we don't want to hear what ifs. Who y'all fighting? Are you gonna fight Rolly or are you gonna fight Ryan? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Rolly or Ryan. Either way, it's a championship fight. It's a unification. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? That's a good point. Shout out to Carter Sports, man. That's a good point too with Floyd fighting. So this probably just something they just threw out there as bait. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even official. But if it ain't, you know it. You know it. You know Ryan gonna talk crazy if it ain't. Let me see if Ryan had anything to say about it at all. But I don't want to hear no what if scenarios. I want to know what y'all on, man. We want to know who y'all trying to fight. We want to know. I gotta get off of here, bro. Said Floyd, yeah, that's another thing too. So I think it'd be stupid to fight on the same date as either one of those dudes, or in or around that time that either one of those fights. But then again, you never know, man. You just never know with boxing. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Never know. So he gonna call y'all. Ryan gonna say y'all ducks if y'all don't fight him. Y'all know how he coming. I know how King Rod coming, man. I say y'all run this back. Y'all both 27. I think the time is now, bro. Especially after the recent post. He might as well not even play with the people. He might as well go out there and get them what they want to see, man. They want to see you go back in there with Ryan, man. I know people want to see that more than they want to see anything else. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they both unifications, and I think Rolly low key could be a more interesting fight than what people think. I don't see him going to 54. Jack Catterall is not no money fight. He's not gonna get paid the money he want. I think if he doing business with Turkey Al-Sheikh, I seriously doubt if Turkey Al-Sheikh interested in that fight. You haven't heard no mention of it. The only fights you hearing them go back and forth with is the Rolly and Ryan. Ain't like he got a ton of options. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got a ton of options. You got to figure it out and figure it out fast, too. And Pride, Frequent was good with it. Who y'all fighting, man? Frequent, who y'all fighting, man? What fight do you want? There go Hano's members showing up, man. Who they fighting? Is they fighting? Is y'all fighting Haney and Ryan on a September 5th, huh? Is it Haney and Ryan? Or is it gonna be Big Rolo, man? Because Big Rolo said, man, yeah, he got y'all number, man. Said Ryan got y'all number, man. Y'all might want to leave him alone, man. Lance was good with it, homie. You get me? Was good, man. know what I'm saying? Why y'all out here playing with the people, man? Why they out here throwing dates and saying Allegiant Stadium? Then they gonna say what if in the cat. We don't want to hear no what ifs. Bro, who y'all fighting, G? Flyer said both on the same night, huh? Rolly in May, then Ryan in September. Sound like the perfect setup, but let me see something real quick. Yeah, they got to fight, bro. You know what? I'm looking at it like this. It don't even matter to me what he do. I'll watch either fight. But at this point, I think y'all playing. I don't know if this post was bait to get people talking about it, to see what the interest is. But I think it's obvious what the interest is in this fight. You got Ryan Garcia to say he gonna end y'all. He out here SMD. He going crazy on y'all, man. He's saying y'all scary, y'all ducks. Get what I'm saying? He's saying he gonna end you permanently this time, man. He said he gonna end you for good. You're not gonna box again. You get me? Ryan talking crazy, man. I think that's the obvious choice, man. You gotta kick his ass, man. Gotta kick Ryan ass, bro. Man, this the ride.
Is he gonna chug that whole thing? All right. Only half of it.
6,000 with nothing.
But
Takes me 3 hours. That's beautiful.
a diamond would be insane.
Now, how much y'all think you weigh right there?
I'm different. Damn. Low rolling him.
I'm gonna start
Garcia's.
Ooh, that's fast.
Tell me how you're feeling with this table.
It feels great. I love Jesus, and I'm feeling great.
What's happening with that?
Are those pants just falling off?
I'm happy
That's
the money
who y'all
was you.
fighting.
Because you have a lot of girls, and I do too. Start off like this.
Oh, just fucking shit in the mic, dude.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Devin Haney. What are your thoughts on him?
He slept with B. Diddy. He had massive sex with him. Then I beat his ass, and he sues me.
And you get me, John Wick? 180 plus. I'm telling you, easy, yo. He talking crazy, yo. That's what y'all got to deal with. Y'all got to deal with that, man. Go beat his ass. He said, dude, was high as hell. Yeah, he was tripping. Rob, what's good, homie? So I guess Devin gonna fight Rolly first. I ain't mad at neither fight, but May, because they said May 30th. He said he gonna play May 30th, right? So May, you got I mean, realistically, he could do that. He could do that. He could fight both of these with this timeline. Because this September date don't have to be next, right? This don't have to be a next thing. Because if you think about it, it's months down the line. You know what I'm saying? You heard Devin say something about May 30th. You heard Rolly mention May 30th. And then they saying September 5th. This is after the fact. So maybe if they assuming they gonna beat Rolly, and this is the fight. So that's all I see happening, bro. This ain't no big ass mystery and nothing to figure out, bro. Either you gonna fight Rolly in May and then with hopes to fight him in September, or after that, or you not. I doubt if you skip over Rolly though and just go right to him, because I think fighting Rolly, beating Rolly, and being a unified champion going into the rematch with Ryan makes it an even bigger fight than what it'd be right now. Going right back to the rematch. That's just me. That's just my thoughts, but because. Could y'all imagine? Hey, y'all. Could y'all imagine if Devin fight Rolly first? Say he fight Rolly, right? He beat Rolly. Now he got 2 belts. And he fight Devin. He fight Ryan next. That's 3 belts. He giving Ryan an opportunity to be a 3-belt unified champion. If Ryan was to win that fight and they got Lewis Crocker out there, yo, Ryan gonna be undisputed at 147. If them fights happen like that, Ryan gonna be undisputed at 47, bro. Yo, if King Rod get the hands on the belts, bro. Oh my God, yo. That's crazy. He say little 165 there. Yeah, he definitely heavy for sure. I say in the 170-ish. He looking 170-ish. He eating, drinking, yeah, 170-ish, even possibly heavier. Because he said it. He said it in one of the interviews how big he was and how big he get heavy aircraft carrier. What's good on me? Devin beats Rolly. That's a layup win. SP, what it do, my guy? Ryan will still get the W. Think so? Think they find Rolly next W. Real quiet about the Mando. Yeah. Yo, Rolly gonna be undisputed, yo. I mean, not Rolly. Ryan gonna be undisputed, bro. Devin gonna go fight Rolly in May. He gonna beat Rolly. Then they gonna fight for 3 belts. According to bro said Ryan gonna get that win again. He gonna be a 3-belt unified champion, bro. And then he gonna go beat Lewis Crocker up in the UK for undisputed. They'd really be pissed off at Devin then, bro. If Devin would be the sole purpose, this man be Ryan about to be undisputed at 47, bro. Rolly said don't count him out. Y'all acting crazy, man. I don't know how y'all just think y'all just gonna count Rolly out like that. Y'all must have forgot, man.
That you did take more punches than you thought you would. So what went wrong during this fight? It's okay.
I want to tell everybody, just thank you for coming out, and honestly, happy Easter, everybody. You guys, Jesus, it's like Jesus was resurrected. I'll be back. I want to tell everybody happy Easter and thank you for supporting me and following me. Thank
you. Man, bro, happy Easter is crazy. Yo, they booed him. Yo, y'all rude as hell. Shame on y'all, yo. Booing Rolly. He just went out there, put his life on the line in front of everybody. It didn't get the nod. And the first thing he think about, he ain't have to do the interview. He could have went straight to the doctor and got checked out. But nah, Big Rolo said, you know what? Even though I ain't get the win, I'm going to still make sure I wish everybody a happy Easter. Let them know Jesus was resurrected, you know, and he'd be back. And y'all booed him. Shame on y'all for booing Rolly. Shame on everybody that booed Rolly for wishing y'all a happy Easter. That's why I hope y'all Easter eggs was rotten. Hope y'all Easter eggs. Hope when y'all kids went Easter egg hunting, they was rotten eggs, man. Gonna boo that man. He in the spirit. That man was in the spirit, yo. That's why I can't rock with boxing fans. Y'all rude, bro. The man put his life on the line for y'all entertainment, and instead of running directly to the doctor, the back room, the medicals, because he definitely, bro, he couldn't even get the word resurrected out. He was concussed a little bit, and I'm not even joking. But yeah, he still had the wherewithal with his marbles loose and all that. Rolly said, told y'all happy Easter. Shame on y'all and everybody in the crowd that booed him. Hope y'all had rotten Easter eggs. You know what I'm saying? Boo that man like that, man. Big Rolo, man. Man, thank you, Rolly. My Easter was swell. I remember that Easter. It was pretty solid, man. It was decent. Hope yours was okay too, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all rude, bro. Y'all don't deserve Rolly, yo. That's why he gonna slip through the back door and be undisputed. No, I'm quiet as cat while y'all playing. We talking all this Ryan and Devin shit. Rolly about to try to land one of them joints. I'm trying to tell y'all. Rolly about to try to, man, he about to try to get off on Dev, man. I'm trying, he get it. Don't give him a chance, bro. Hold on, man. Where's I got the sparring footage somewhere, man. That Rolly sound like, hey, he trying to get more leverage in negotiations with Ryan. I don't think it's gonna help. Shout out to the Queen. Lisa, how you feel? Status boxing was good with his shows now. Man, they booed that man. Yeah, after Pitbull KO'd him. Y'all disrespectful. That's because y'all really don't appreciate good sacrifice. That man went out there and sacrificed his brain to Pitbull Cruz. Sat up there and told all of y'all, look, he couldn't even get his thoughts together. His brains was still scrambled. And he managed to tell all y'all ungrateful fans, happy Easter. And they booing. Hold on, man. Listen to this shit. This is why I don't rock with boxing fans. Y'all crazy. If I was a boxer, I'd be selfish, bro. I won't say, hey, I'm fighting for me. I'm fighting for no damn fans. Rolly did this for y'all. He didn't have to go messing with Pitbull. He did not have to go messing with Pitbull, but he did it. And this the thing, y'all.
You did take more punches than you thought you would. So what went wrong during this fight? It's okay.
I want to tell everybody, just thank you for coming out, and honestly, happy Easter, everybody. You guys, Jesus was resurrected.
Like, what would y'all be doing at this point in time?
I want to tell everybody Happy Easter and thank you for supporting me and following me. Thank you.
Man, thank you, Rolly. Thank you. We appreciate your service, good sir. Y'all crazy though. Y'all crazy. That's why I'm telling you, don't let him in the back door. I'm telling you. Cause you imagine though, cause we in a different time in boxing. You're 147 wide open. Rolly and Ryan are champions at the same time in the same division, and add Devin in the mix. That shit crazy. How the hell is Ryan and Rolly a champion at the same time? Can't nobody say nothing either, bro. You just got to deal with it, bro. Man.
And they don't want to taste that fear
bro.
again because it's going to be worse next time. And, you know, I plan on him never fighting again after we fight the second time. I'll put an end to it.
Like, never fighting again is sound really permanent, bro. Like, you can't let him play with you like that. You know what I'm saying? King Rock. Where my cousin at? Happy Easter. Shout out to Ashley's Corner. What's good, cousin? How you feeling? Good to see you as always. Yeah, and they booed him, yo, Roja. The nerve of y'all disrespectful. Kerm said he felt bad for him. Not me. He was just he was a little concussed. He was just a little concussed. That's all. You know what I'm saying? To be perfectly honest with y'all, see, the last thing he should have did was boo him. They should have been cheering him because his brain literally was scrambled seconds ago. Like Pitbull had him on skates. Y'all don't remember how the fight went? I do. And that shit was crazy, bro. I was like, the Rolly is everywhere. But all right. He said he gonna get y'all back. Ryan Garcia said he gonna end your existence. So you gotta fight him. So look, again, y'all. I don't think they made no official announcement. That's why I ain't put it in the title as an official announcement. I just put it as is, as they put it, right? September 5th, Allegiant Stadium. That's enough time for him to fight Rolly in May and then turn around if that's something they really want to do. You never know. You never know. So man, that's what it sound like, yo. That's what it sound like. Yeah, you got dog. Yeah, but they, it's like you're supposed to cheer him, right? He went out on his shield. Rolly went out on his shield. They were supposed to cheer him on. They're supposed to cheer Rolly on. So they wild, bro. But look, I like this fight. Either of the fights I like. It's just in boxing. I just wish it was more solid information. Like it's a lot of games being played. But I think it's guys trying to figure out and try to get money, man. Dudes is trying to make the most money possible. Could you imagine if Devin fights Rolly, beats Rolly, and then fights Ryan for 3 belts, and either one of those guys win? Imagine Ryan winning a rematch for 3 belts and having Lewis Crocker out there. Ryan Garcia really could mess around and be an undisputed welterweight champion. It's crazy. Say Devin Haney beat Rolly. He get to Ryan beat Ryan. Now he got 3 belts. It's only Lewis Crocker left. He could be a welterweight undisputed champion. If Rolly slipped through the back door, say if he get another crazy upset, say he beat Devin, do Ryan take the rematch for 3 belts? Now Rolly won the rematch because he got his number. Now Rolly sitting around with 3 belts. Who y'all picking out of Rolly and Lewis Crocker if they the last 2? Yo, this is crazy. I'm not joking when I say none of that. This is really Rolly is a wild card. He showed you that with Ryan. I'm not saying Devin is gonna do what Ryan did and get beat. I don't think so, but I think all these dudes got some type of chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can throw any of these guys away. I think they all got chances. But Rolly was getting touched up a little bit in sparring by Devin. I know he tried to say he was green and all that, but I ain't trying to hear that. Rolly, he was punching your ass, bro. Rolly, he was punching on you. My dog Blunt was good with it. He said, what if Crocker become undisputed? Bro, the Crocker, though, I think Crocker gonna lose the power. I think you're right, cuzzo. If he fight him. Rolly stops Haney. Damn, you think so? I don't know, man. Let me pull up the joint. Let me pull up the old clip, man. We're gonna have some fun with this. Look, and I want to be clear. It's 50-some, almost 60 people in here. Hit the like button, everybody. And this is directly from the desk of Devin Haney Promotions. as closely as I can. They didn't say this was official, but they posted this and said, you know, like, what if? You know what I'm saying? So if you look at the date that was being reported with them and Rolly, it was May 30th. That they can swing that fight and still swing back in September. You know what I'm saying? And fight. So it's up to them. But I think those might be the next two options for him. I don't see Devin Haney moving to 54, not right now. I think it's unfinished business with Ryan. I think it's unfinished business overall at 47. I don't think he moves up out of there until he handles that business. That's what I think. Shout out to the homie Blunt, man. You know it. We here, my dog. We here, GQ. Ernest was good. Stan beats them all. He might Stan Jonas might, but I don't know. Boots might have changed him. You see how he changed. What's his name? He changed, buddy. What's dude name? Roman Villa. Roman Villa don't look the same after Boots fought him. I ain't even joking. He beat the hell out of him. What if Brian Norman jump back in the mix real quick? B Norman is getting back in the mix. He looking him and Ronnie Shields, man. They putting in that good work. I expect to see Ryan Norman try to make a statement on his way back, man. I ain't giving up on B Norman. He definitely in the mix. But the only thing I was discussing with these fights is the championship picture, because just imagine it. If it's an upset in any of these fights, either way it go. Imagine Ryan Garcia winning the rematch with 3 belts on the line. Imagine Rolly fighting Ryan Garcia again with 3 belts on the line. Any of this stuff is crazy. So, but I don't think I think Devin will box him. I think Devin will outsmart Rolly. I really do. But he's a wild card, and I mean it. Do not let him catch you. Do not let him catch you. It could be curtains, bro. Parrow beat Matias, but Hitchens beat Parrow, right? I see Devin beating Parrow. Yeah. Do you see Parrow outboxing Rolly? Yeah, I think Parrow can outbox Rolly. I think he can. Norman been working with Ronnie just as much as any other fighter in his stable, if not more. Shout out to Behind the Hands TV, man. That's my dog. Right, man. That's good to see, man. I'm glad to see that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people be quick to write you off in boxing, man. We still rocking with Storm and Norman. Hold on, G. I think this fight is interesting in and of itself, because who the hell would have expected the sparring to go like this? Is it me, or was Devin looking a little mean in there? Was he putting hands? Was Devin just beating Rolly up? Yo, I think he's playing with him. Just don't let Rolly land one of those. Because I'm telling you, I believe everybody when they say Rolly punch hard. I believe y'all. They say he got rock bricks in the gloves. I'm telling you, I give it to Rolly. He a beast. Yeah, man, he a better fighter. Definitely a better fighter now. Rolly must have been talking crazy for the spar. Yeah, man, Devin looked like he was being mean in there. Said Devin be smoking shit as spar. Yeah, he be aggressive in there. I don't know. Southpaw was good with it. They be one of them. It's like a sound out of a damn like comic book. It remind me, like, you remember those shows back in the day when they, you know, those like the Batmans and the bang, boom, pow. Like, he make one of them cartoony animated sounds. I don't know what it is. It's like, see, y'all ain't gonna get me tripping up here. Y'all ain't gonna get me in trouble talking about Rolly. And look, Rolly is an overachiever, bro. He really is. Like I said before, all you know, I joke a lot, but all things real. Who the hell would have thought Rolly is in position to make unifications in 2026 with Devin or Ryan after beating Ryan? It's crazy when you really think about it, bro. Devin, if he plays his cards right, man, he can run the table. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm being very serious. Fights are dangerous. You don't want to just give anybody wins, but I really think he can beat Rolly. I think Ryan Garcia is the more dangerous fight for Devin for obvious reasons, right? I think Rolly, just like with anybody else, he presents a certain level of danger because of what he's capable of doing if he can land the shot, right? But I think the more dangerous fight is clearly Ryan Garcia. His history there. I think the confidence that Ryan is going to be riding with it will be extremely high, and that could work in his favor or it could backfire. You know what I'm saying? I really do think a lot of what went into this first fight with them was Devin and Bill having the wrong game plan. You know what I'm saying? Going out there trying to do the wrong shit too early. And I think if they can avoid those pitfalls early, avoid being buzzed, rocked, or, you know, caught with anything too flush too early, I think they can box this kid. I do. I think he's a smarter guy than Ryan. But Ryan is brave. He believes his speed and his power. And he's going to take chances, especially with given how the first fight went. Osterine or not, he got that in his back pocket, and it's giving him a ton of confidence. And like I said, it can either work for him or against him. Devin Haney has to understand that and be prepared for that going into the fight, because whether it's September or whenever, at some point they got to fight. Y'all in the same division, and y'all got belts. Y'all got belts. The universe is pretty much calling for the damn rematch at this point. It's like the stars are aligning perfectly for y'all to be lined up in a rematch in a really big fight. And if you're not doing it immediately, and it is Rolly, like I said, 3 belts is always better than 2, right? It's an even slightly bigger fight. So I don't know, man. I'm here for this. I want to see how it play out. I want to see this. A lot of people feel like that he's not gonna fight Ryan again because of what happened the first time. This will be putting all that to bed. You get to answer all of the questions. Was Devin really, look the way he did because he fought the wrong way, along with him being cheated, right? Is Ryan able to beat him on an even playing field? Because it's more on the table now. Now it's more on the line. You know what I'm saying? Before, even with a win, Ryan couldn't be a champion. Now, with him making weight, he'll be a unified champion if he could win that fight. And it depended on the order in which these fights fall, that'll determine whether the unification is for 2 belts or 3. I like it. I like Devin Haney options low-key. This is what I like about boxing, the get back. We seen him. We seen how it went from April 20th when he got dropped all over the canvas. We see how people wrote him off. It's like the public changed on him for a bit. He had to kind of get himself back. He's got a couple wins since then. Another division, another title. Devin Haney low-key was counted out, but has positioned himself. If he plays his cards right and runs the table, the dude really could be undisputed at welterweight. Now you got to walk through Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia for sure to do it. But I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. If I'm wrong, if the fight ever happened, I'll just be wrong. But I ain't got no Lewis Crocker beating him. I ain't got no Lewis Crocker beating no Devin Haney. Because I think if that was the case, then I think Eddie Hearn would be looking to try to make a fight with the two, right? Being that that's his guy, and Devin is no longer his guy. So it's gonna be cool to see how he play, how he finesse his next couple of moves. You know what I mean? So look, I like this, man. Devin Haney, you got real options, bro. I like either fight. I ain't mad at neither one. Go beat one of these dudes up. One matchup. I don't know if Ryan gonna beat his head in again, man. He talking like he is. And lastly, I played the last clip one more time when he was at the golf range talking crazy. So, like I said, the stars are aligning perfectly for this to be one of the biggest fights in boxing, one of the biggest rematches in boxing. Devin Haney, you went from being counted out to possibly being in one of the biggest rematches in your career and in boxing.
Happy to be back. Devin Haney will be next in line if we can figure it out. You're just not that guy right now. I don't even want to call you B-side. You might be Z-side. Shut the fuck up. If you want that run back, you could get it. Just know your place. Devin Haney, I've declared war onto you. My first declaration of that war was yesterday. I've declared it. It's time. If you want that work, you will get it. I will beat you worse. This time, you will feel something you've never felt before. You will never box again, ever in your life. You're interrupting my fucking speech, bro. All right, whatever. Cut that. Don't clip that one. Clip this one. Devin Haney, suck a dick. Wait, that's kind of gay, isn't it? Fuck the Haneys. They're trash, bro. We're always going to be above them. That's the fact. It's like Garcia's and Haney's. We don't even know where they're at. You know, they're just there. Like, damn, Haney's. What the fuck are you guys doing here? You went to the Diddy party. Yeah, guys, Haney is such a bitch. It's hard to come up with a new name other than bitch. I have a lot of words in my mind. I'm holding back. Fuck you, Bill Haney.
It's crazy, bro.
I kind of believe that he was set up, to be honest, because of the fact that Devin Haney lost. And we know you don't want a loss on your record, right? A loss on your record takes away everything that you have tried to accomplish with Devin Haney. That's why, to me, you won't fight Boots. You won't fight fighters that are at a 50-50 stage with you. A fighter that you know you can't beat. I believe that you're a great strategist when it comes to this game. You're a great manager. You know how to pick and choose the fights. But I believe that you're picking opponents that you know you can beat. I want to see Devin Haney challenge. So where do you go after the Ryan fight? Do you go up to 154 and fight some of those bigger opponents like Jerron Boots Ennis? Because my understanding is Jerron Boots Ennis told Devin Haney, let's fight at 152. And Devin Haney wanted Jerron to come back down to 147. And we all know it's a lot easier to go up than it is to come down. Am I correct? Like, it's more strain on your body to have to lose the weight again than to actually gain the weight and then put on and still be at the same ability that you were before you gained the weight. Am I correct with that? Because you're a trainer too as well. So you would understand that aspect.
Next caller, we done?
No, he didn't ask me a question. He wouldn't ask me a question. That was a statement. Ask me a question.
Are you going to fight Jerron Boots Ennis after you fight Ryan Garcia? If you go and you fight Ryan Garcia and you beat him, are you going to move up and fight Jerron Boots Ennis? Or are you going to stay at 147 and undisputed?
All right, White Mike.
Bill is a fool for that. Yeah, he a damn fool for that. And this is the last one I was gonna play. I think I played it.
And I hope Devin don't blow this. I hope he don't blow this opportunity that we done gave him. We giving him an opportunity of a lifetime. Floyd wanted to make this fight a while back. This the opportunity. There's a lot of things you can do with this crossover. You can show people that you can sell. You don't need a sugar daddy. You can show people all these things. You enroll it. It's a 50-50 fight. See, you've been calling people
Sugar
out.
daddy is crazy.
I ain't really ever seen you send no paperwork, but everybody got that name of being a duck. Now the ball is in your court. What you gonna do? Some motherfucker calling you out. Some motherfucker blew your motherfucker cousin head off right in front of you, and you motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit. But hey, just do what you gotta do. That ball's in your court. What you gonna do? I wanna know what Debo gonna do. He gonna fight or what? We want this fight. I've been calling for this fight. He wanna goddamn be the face of boxing. This right here, the damn fight they can help him do, and the company to help him do it. PBC know exactly what they do.
Hey man, that's an interesting take. Look, I'll say this, bro. Bill ain't dumb. Yeah, they know who to fight. Yeah, nah, he's smart. He's smart. They know what they're doing. That's why dude said they real good. He a real good strategist because he is. Bill's a smart dude. He understands the game and how to move his son to a degree. Everything you do ain't gonna be perfect, but I think overall they've been very successful team, man. Very successful tandem, 1-2 punch, man. And it's cool to see where they at. They're in position to make big fights, meaningful fights. When people counted them out, they still here. And like dude said, man, you got an opportunity to do something. Look, as far as that face of boxing shit go, we got to stop throwing that shit around so loosely, man. That's just not a title that everybody is going to be able to, carry, right? That's not a crown that everybody can wear. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be the face, but you can be one of the faces, right? Devin Haney, because of his style, in my opinion, his style and, how people view him, I don't think he'll ever be the face of boxing, ever. He's a pure boxer. The same shit with Shakur. The face of boxing, I don't know about that ever. But can you be one of the faces of boxing that, people constantly talk about, what I'm saying, amongst in these conversations when we talk about, one of the most accomplished and, undefeated guys and dudes that's taking challenges and making good fights. You can be that guy. You already that guy. See, y'all got to stop trying to be something that it don't even matter if you are that or not. You're one of the faces. If you want to prove yourself, like dude was saying, this is a fight where you can do it. It's people that think Rolly is a tricky fight for you. It's people that think Ryan Garcia rematch is a bad fight for you and you ain't gonna take it because of what happened the first time, right? So Devin, he can manufacture dollars. I really do, in big wins, just because of the people's doubt for you. You get what I'm saying? Look, you shocked some people with the Brian Norman thing. It's people that still don't believe you are the guy, right? So you still in that proving stage. There's still people that's gonna pop up that's gonna want to see you lose or want to see where you at in boxing. Then you got your supporters, right? You got the Hanos clan. So I don't know, man. Devin, I think, is in a really good spot. But as far as being the face of boxing, no, you're never going to be that. And for conversation purposes, I don't think they in the business, not in today's boxing, trying to make the pure boxers the face of the sport. They complain too much about how you dudes fight for you to be the face of the sport. So I don't think that'll ever be the case for neither one of those pure boxers, but they can be one of the most talked about names. They could be one of the faces of boxing, right? You know what I'm saying? One of the important people. They can stand out from the rest. That's what Devin Haney will be able to do if he's able to put together back-to-back wins. They throwing out dates, so it's getting a little confusing. Nothing has came out officially, but we seen the May 30 date came out from, you heard Rolly, then you heard Devin. Then you see September 5th today, Allegiant Stadium, but it's like a what-if scenario. So I think they just throwing bait out there and seeing how people respond. But at the end of the day, they letting you know what the two fights are, bro. And I don't think there's no two other fights for him to make that make the most sense. I think they'll move him along in his career. I think people will respect both challenges for different reasons, right? You can knock Rolly all you want, but he's a world champion. And until that's not the case, you can't knock nobody that wants to fight him at 147 pounds, especially if it's another champion. Who would have thought Rolly Romero would be in a unification? He is one of the pieces to the puzzle of Undisputed at 147. Could you imagine if he ran the table? What if Rolly just got hot and started getting mad upsets? What if the upset didn't stop with Ryan? What if he upset Devin? I'm just saying what ifs. I'm just saying. Like, these guys are all in good position, bro. Who gonna take over at 47 is what I want to know. If I had to put my money on it, politics aside, I would say Devin got the best chance with what the skill set, the experience, the accolades, being able to beat these guys. I think he would have the best overall chance out of the title list. But Ryan Garcia is a tricky guy, man. He's a tricky dude, bro. Because if Ryan Garcia, if what we've seen from both Rolly and Ryan is not just a one-off, meaning Rolly didn't just upset Ryan and is back to, Rolly being Rolly, right? Being the butt of the jokes. What if that's the start of him getting hot now? What if Rolly start putting some wins together? What if Ryan beating Barrios is not the end of his winning spree, right? Or his winning streak? What if he start getting hot? What if he start putting wins together? All these dudes in a crazy position to do something based on their next fight. The next fight for all of these guys is going to be one of the most important fights of their career. Because I think it definitely has a really big impact on what they do next. You get what I'm saying? There's no Ryan if you're fighting Rolly first and don't get through him if you Devin, right? So everybody in a position where winning their next fight could be the difference between winning or losing, could be the difference between going on and make a lot more money in an even bigger fight with more accolades or falling to the back of the pack. You get what I'm saying? Because whoever lose their title, it's going to be tough for them to get one back there at 147. It's not going to be easy, bro. So whether you Devin, Ryan, or Rolly, or Lewis Crocker, that shit is wide open for the taking, man. I want to see who really going to try to run the table. I'm telling you, but I think Devin is in a really good position. I think it's a lot of people that think Ryan got his number. Rolly is one of them, but I really do think he can beat that dude. I do. I really do. Shout out to Big Dog. Really appreciate the love, man. We got 70 people in the building. Smash the like button. Support the grind. We're going to cook. We're going to get to one of these interviews in a second. Big Dog said, I'm confused. Who's fighting whom? Timeline. So, look, this is what's out here because this is what they putting out here. May 30th was the date that I heard them speak on with Rolly and Devin. You know, Rolly said something first about the date. Devin came out and said he about to have fun with Rolly on May 30th or something like that. He about to have fun with him, saying he about to beat his ass pretty much. And then they got this fight that they posted on their Instagram, but I think it's more of a what-if scenario, but they were very specific with the details. Allegiant Stadium, September 5th. So you're going to have people feeling like, damn, is this fight coming now? Or is it the Rolly fight? I wouldn't say this fight is coming first because I think that May date might be a real thing. So we'll sit and wait. But if you just look at the time in between May and September, that's a timeline of him being able to fight. That's his next two fights, if you ask me. And if you know Devin, if you've known them in the past, you've known they do business. They had their next couple fights lined up. So I think that's maybe possibly what they're doing. But the only trouble here is throwing out dates and locations and having people mind set to either that date and that location, and then you do something different. So it's early, but I did look on this post. It was more like a what if. I seen a what if in the post. So we'll see. Keyshawn and Dark Horse at 47. If he get up there, once Keyshawn make his debut at 47, that the whole scale gonna take it get different. I'm telling you, I've been right about him all along too. So if Keyshawn next fight is at 47, things can get very interesting. Speaking of Keyshawn,
This shit's strong.
Keyshawn throw off, y'all. That man is throw off, man. Something wrong. I swear he act like Bud. Yo, he really do. Zoom verse. Peace, bro. How you feeling? Pinky out, big dog. Bud 2.0. Tell I got Ryan in a rematch by stoppage. You a fool. Damn, Zoom. I listen. I think Devin can beat this man. The reason being is he took his best shots. He took his best shots in that first fight, and he wasn't able to get rid of him, even with Osterine present in the system. He wasn't able to get rid of Devin. Devin has since then put together back-to-back wins. He built his confidence up a bit. How confident will he be in a rematch against Ryan remains to be seen. I think Ryan will obviously come in with the momentum, more obviously charged up off of what happened in the first meeting. But if you remember the first meeting, it was what, a majority decision win. Whatever round that Devin didn't get dropped in was a round that I felt like he put in the bank. So for me, in my mind, I think he's good enough, smart enough, talented enough, disciplined enough to avoid anything big from Ryan early that will put him behind the 8 ball like he did the first fight. So he can avoid that, avoid any early exchanges and getting caught with anything big early, right? Make it, you know what I mean? Attention to detail type shit. Like, bro, you not hitting me with no left hooks early in this. You get me? Like, you're not none of that. Like, be really prepared. Don't talk about it and then you go out there and do something else. Like, prepare for it and then go execute what you prepared for is what I'm saying. We heard in the first fight, a lot of the buildup was, oh, all he got is a left hook. He's C-level. He ain't got better since he was an amateur, blah, blah, blah. But he fought in a way where he was allowing him to land that left hook, right? He gave him his best chance to land the left hook, trying to fight with him, and it backfired. So you change tactics, mentality, strategy, approach, game plan, all those things moving forward, because you could beat this guy. It was always going to be a toss-up to a degree as to who could win this fight. It all depends on how it's fought, right? And You've seen it with their amateur fights. They fought 6 times. They split 3-3. That lets you know that they're in or around each other's level. As professionals, obviously, Devin more proven, but doesn't matter when somebody has shared the ring with you that much. You know what I'm saying? So this will be fight number 8 between these two dudes, man. I think it's a fun fight. I want to see it. I want to see it. I really do. I want to see it. I'm rooting for Devin. I think he got a raw deal. I say this all the time. He got a raw deal after getting cheated. I think people made too big a deal about a lawsuit that never really went anywhere. They seen that the minute that Ryan said drop the lawsuit and I'll fight him, the lawsuit went away. And he still didn't give him the fight. So technically, you know what I mean? It was, Ryan not standing on business. So we got to see. Foo Fighters are scheduled to be at Allegiant Stadium September 26th. No other show is scheduled in September. Shout out to my dog Behind the Hands TV. And I told y'all that's like a what if. So I just don't like the fact that they threw a date in a location out there. You know what I'm saying? But I think all they doing is Southwest was good with it. All they doing is letting you know what their next 2 options are, bro. Debo Contavious Haney for the win. Yeah, man. I think Debo could come out on top, bro. I think he could. I think he could, bro. He just got to be smart, man. Got to be smart. Debo. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out there trying to be Debo, though. Not on this night. You got to go out there and be smart. Devin Haney coming in over 160 from 140 is actually crazy, but not against the rules. Tank will not fight you with other clauses after March. It is titled from Rolly. We will unify on a special date. How does that sound? A little bit of foreshadowing, right? But he didn't unify. He didn't win against Rolly, but he had to beat Barrios. And now since then, Rolly is a champion and he is too. So they still can unify. See, in the perfect world, they still in a position to make this big fight, bro. They got to do it, bro. Got to. Hold on, man. I got to play a video from Tim. I think I got one. I could kick it with Keyshawn. Type of shit. Yeah, Keyshawn be chilling, man. Keyshawn a good youngin, man. You know what I'm saying? Good youngin. Been through some things, got through some things, getting back to it. Yeah, a little unhinged, just like you like your friends, man. A little throw, you know what I mean? A little throwed off. That man always amped up, bro. Keyshawn like a one-man army by his damn self. He run around, he be on go. Bro be on go by his damn self. He don't need much to be charged up. Keyshawn don't. All right, and that's the last one on Haney. Then I'll get my final assessment and we'll move on. We'll get to this Melo interview that somebody told me to check out, and we're gonna react to it. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this joint up. Who did Rolly beat to get a belt? Ryan. He beat Ryan to get a belt. Remember they made that fight for a title? Because you see it right there. He said he was going to beat Rolly, and then they was going to unify because they made that for a title, but he ended up losing to Rolly. So Rolly beat Ryan and got the belt. Crazy, man. Crazy. Hold on, man. I got to pull this. I forgot about this. Yeah. Forgot about this video. I forgot to play this yesterday. I be having so much stuff in here, y'all. It's all good. We're gonna get to it though.
People said, hey, if Devin's a better boxer, he's got better feet. He said, no, man, I actually have better feet and better jabs. 47 pounds.
This the video highlighting who was initiating the clinches and all the holding. It's a big debate online going on. Remember, Devin Haney was going back and forth on Inside the Ring show. about who was initiating the clinches and the holding. So this is the best video I could find. Shout out to my dog for sending this. This is the best video that I've seen of it. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
Over grabbing, he's making it seem like he doesn't want to get touched that hard. You're about to get hit in this score.
Haney's arch enemy, Ron Garcia, just tweeted that he bet $50,000.
What was your official prediction on this one, Sergio?
Norman Jr., but right now, I know that Chuck Cook's had Haney aggression since then. And that's what happens when you have a really hard punching aggressive. Exactly, and that's what takes away the confidence from monster punchers. When they go into a fight thinking that a punch and rock and drop.
Another right hand from Haney.
Run into that shot. Make him miss, make him pay.
Devin Haney here at 147, but Norman
now. That punch is going to be there again. Norman Jr. just doesn't have a big puncher, but right now, at this rate, Haney does look like a puncher.
Haney always so comfortable in there. Just looks as smooth as you like. His wits about him.
Norman Jr. struggles with fighters that have no feet that step defensively. But he stepped back, he kept the long punches, fought at range, and that's what Devin Haney's doing right now.
And a lot of people thought maybe Haney would run, so to speak.
Bloody night, huh? A lot of bloody noses.
Look at that.
It is quite often. I see the clinches, but it's happening on both sides. But man, I see more of them from Haney.
Got the respect of the assassin.
Norman seems to already be a little desperate. He just walked.
This is still going. This was a long video.
Right here.
It was almost 8 minutes.
Hasn't been able to land. Again, Norman Jr. does have the great equalizer. If he can just land it, but so far it's looked like a
not tonight, Todd.
Young child, you know it.
There's so many big fights in this division. You mentioned Ryan Garcia,
wide left hook from Norman. There you go. Punch it down. Moving his head to the left or to the right. You can't keep him in the center because Haney's going to keep piecing him up with that long jab. Right there, Norman Jr. should be moving his head and roughing him up just like that.
Oh, nice right hand and a left there from Norman Jr.
That's success. And he's coming.
I get what people are saying, but why I would never spend my time trying to make this an argument? Because I mean, if a guy his best chance at getting you was having to close the gap, and then when he get next to you, explode and land something. If every time you do that and I'm tying you up, I'm countering you, I'm tying you up, I'm nullifying you from even getting your work off in the inside, and I'm forcing a reset over and over. Now, you might not like the clinch as a tactic, but why I could respect this particular fight in the clinches that I'm seeing with this video is because it's being more so used as a tactic. It's not like I'm hurt and I'm just keep grabbing him, or every time he swing, you give me every little punch he land, I'm grabbing him. He's tying him up. Once he closed that space, get to the inside, it's harder for him to get to his plan B. So Devin was doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, you get to the inside, I tie you up. I land my shots at range. You got to close the gap, get to the inside. I'm going to tie you up. I'm not going to let you work. So I respected it. I thought he used the clinch intelligently as a tactic, and it was certain spots where he tried to fight out the clinch as well. So if you want to push a narrative and say, I was a bunch of holding, yeah, I guess you could do it after watching this video. And I'm not knocking it. Wasn't saying he wasn't getting his hold on, but I could respect it as a tactic. And I understood what he was stopping his opponent from doing while being able to initiate that clinch and be effective doing it. You know what I'm saying? As much as people want to criticize the clinch, there's also the guy that's being clinched, right? Don't accept the clinch. No silent agreements, right? Fight your way out the clinch. We've seen David Benavidez do it in multiple fights when guys trying to grab onto him. So You know what I mean? It's one thing to get clinched, but you don't have to accept it, and you can fight out of the clinch. You've seen Devin Haney doing it in some spots in this fight too. So it ain't the biggest deal in the world, man. Clinching is just part of his game. To me, I don't think he got the best inside game. I think that's an area where he need work. But I mean, you let his fans tell it, they probably tell you he got a great inside game. I don't think he works that all that well inside. I think and this is me based on what I've seen, Devin Haney's most uncomfortable range, in my opinion, is close. For like mid-range, he could do his thing. Long range, I got you, Ant. Mid-range, he could do his thing. Long range, he could do his thing, I think. And close, like you've seen him try to have some answers here and there in spots with Brian Norman trying to fight with the free hand in the clinch, right? But I think for me, just watching him over the years, that's his most uncomfortable range. I would say it had to be in close. So I'm gonna play the rest of this, and we're gonna keep it rolling. I got you, Ant. Let me fix that. I don't know why that been happening lately.
Now with the 2-1, which is taking away the left hook, the check hook, they come in with a 2-1.
And real quick, if me putting a thumbnail of something that accurately happened when they actually fought is hating, I'll just be a hating ass dude. I'm gonna just be a hater. I'm gonna just be a low-key hater. This is the thing, right? That people need to understand about me. If I wanted to hate, like I would just do it because it's nothing. It's no consequence. Let me just be blunt. There's no consequence to me hating on Devin Haney. It's not a single Haney member that's gonna do shit. It's not a single Haney fan that's gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit. So if I wanted to get up here and just hate on Devin Haney, it's not a single person that would be able to do shit. They're not gonna do shit. Just being honest, straight up, they're not gonna do shit. But because I'm a fan of the sport, I'm a supporter of all of these guys, there will be no hating or no slander at all. So me hating is putting a thumbnail of what actually happened. This ain't even one I created. This is like one that's just out there. This ain't even the original thumbnail. This what happened in the fight. That's like telling me not to talk about the fight and what happened. This is what happened. He was on the receiving end of some big lefts and right hands. He did not get his hand raised that night. He was cheated. But this is what he's revisiting to get in there. Y'all be thinking too deep into it, man. That's why I say y'all be protecting these fighters when they don't need it. It comes off as soft because it's not low-key hating to post what actually happened and talk about it. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. Shout out to Two Sizzle. What's good with it? But let's keep building, man.
Right there. That's with a jab, in my opinion. Haney needs to throw more jabs to set up bigger offense times that he wants. It could be night over.
So there's still a chance for Norman Jr.
You're used to knocking out everything you touch. You forget about defense. You forget about upper body movement. Forget about footwork. The power gets good to you. You can expect this. This is the world champion, that Norman Jr. See right there, you can see how heavy the feet are of Norman Jr. And that is athletic. Once he misses.
I get it, man, because y'all go a lot of places, man, and it'd be a lot of disdain for Devin Haney. But I keep trying to tell y'all, and I challenge anybody that comes through here, tell me when I'm hating on somebody. Not low-key, straight up, like really hating. When I talk about that's something that didn't happen, and you know what I'm saying? When I'm not being accurate or on point with my assessments, then we could talk about hating. But me, I get nothing out of hating these dudes because I genuinely like seeing them win. You get what I'm saying? All these dudes, win, lose, or draw, I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Tripping. Yesterday's post, oh, was it? Damn, I done fixed it and put it back. Damn, and I put it back. Shout out to Dame. We're going to keep rolling. It's like a couple more minutes. But it was a lot of clinching. A lot of clinching. Part of boxing.
Again, Norman Jr.
Yeah, I fixed it. I think we should be the clip.
He warns Brian Norman for sticking his forearm into Haney's neck, but I think it's a good move. We've got to make this a rubber fight.
Yep.
Good body shot there by Norman Jr.
Oh, that's why. Oh, I'm tripping.
Good jab there from Devin Haney.
Yeah, that's yesterday's link, but I still put the new one from today in that one. I forgot I didn't even make one of those posts today because it was tripping, man. It was giving me it was acting crazy. The internet be tripping.
Taking out some rounds, or Norman Jr. is finding some success in his offense.
Well, you said you gave the first round to Norman Jr. and probably the last two.
maybe the last 3. So it's a great performance by Devin Haney.
You saw the fan zone has it 88-82. There was a left hook from Devin Haney. Norman.
There's a lot of
The assassin is worried about the firepower coming back.
I've seen it fight one too many fighters.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Hoyer against Trinidad before.
I was going to say that he was literally running around the ring. Haney's not doing that yet, but we're getting a lot of these awkward exchanges with Norman Jr.
Yeah, I think he's done well in the second half. It's a little bit Norman Jr. and it's a little bit Haney taking his foot off the gas. Not be too comfortable with the championship rounds.
There's been a lot of hype around Devin Haney.
It's to another win right here.
So there's always a fear. How would Devin Haney do against another heavy-handed puncher after Ryan Garcia dropped him 3 times?
You see, I think that's his most uncomfortable range, and I'm basing that off of what I've seen him do when he get to the inside for years. He has the tendency to tie up. He has less answers. He has less of a go-to bag in the inside. That doesn't mean he can't fight in the inside. I just feel like the way his style is set up, the way he's physically built, it's easy for him to box guys, keep him at the end of the jab, stay long, from mid-range to long. I think in close, especially in this particular fight, in close gives Brian Norman his opportunities where Devin Haney understands that he's the one that got to close the gap on me. And when he get there, he going to need to work. So what am I going to do when he get there to the inside? I'm going to tie him up. On top of this, he not going to say that is his most uncomfortable range, but that's just my assessment based on me seeing what he does once the fight is within that range. Now, to a degree, you'll see it in spots like you've seen it here. He was fighting in spots in the clinches. It wasn't just clinching, hold and wait for the rest. He was getting a hand free and trying to work.
A little sneaky body shot by Haney on the inside. Yeah, Norman keeps him in up Devin Haney, but Norman Jr. just continues just moving in the same direction without moving his own body.
Probably most of the round since. But Mike, does he still have a chance, Brian Norman?
I think Devin Haney will.
Most of the round since. But Mike, does he still have a chance, Brian Norman?
I think Devin Haney will round it for Brian Norman 8, 9, and 10.
I agree, Kyle.
10, so Brian Norman cool.
There's a left hand for Norman. But again, it's too close and they clinch up. Gotta go for broke. That's what his dad told him to do.
Body shot by Norman Jr. Maybe a little bit too late for him.
Bill Haney telling him
It's a chance to Norman Jr. to land something on the inside. Keep the fight in the middle of the ring. Wipe out.
What I learned about boxing is the more you understand why something is being done, the more entertaining I think the sport is as a whole, because you understand why they're doing what they're doing. Like, for example, people walk away from this fight complaining about a clinch, but looking at this video, you could understand why they're doing it and understanding why Devin Haney, it would make more sense for him to clinch in these situations than Brian Norman. Brian Norman is the one that's struggling to land. Devin Haney is getting his offense off. And again, Norman's best shot is to get in close and be able to work. Devin Haney understood that perfectly, and he made sure he tied him up each and every time he could to make sure he just nullified him being able to get any inside work off. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't let him get his offense on track. So, again, people can knock him for the holding it. It ain't the most exciting, and I understand that he landed 70 punches and all that stuff, but he got the job done. And I'm a fan of that before I am that. I won't tell somebody to entertain me at your own risk, right? At your own detriment. I'm not one of those people. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. I wouldn't mind. Where is this at? Let me get this, pull this up. All right, let's get to this interview, man. This is about an hour, so I want to get to this and try to play as much of it through as possible. You know what? No. Doing it this way. I ain't taking no chances. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, man. Let's get my back in. And want a shit ton of money. Damn, man, you ain't break bread with your brother, man. Damn, that's no good, man. That's no good. Shame on you, man. Hit that like button though, y'all. Let's pull this interview up that somebody wanted me to cover. Let me see what it was heading for. I'm gonna play the audio on this one. I ain't gonna
y'all was all kind of coming up at the same time. Like it just felt like y'all was a big three. Did it feel like that from your perspective at that time?
Through the years, I done gave these guys credit. When it really come down to it, I always knew I'm the one. And I feel like deep down, like, they probably won't say it, but they know.
Do you ever think we'll see you in 10? Realistically.
Welcome, you can call me Kaz, and this is a Wave Original presented by Xfinity. Melo, got a good one today, champ.
Our guest today is one of the most skilled fighters in the world, and somebody who's been carrying the city of Newark with him since he was first laced up the glove. A multi-division world champion who's built his reputation on discipline and defense. He's one of the best, and he's learned from some of the greatest. He's right in the middle of his prime and still getting better. Shakur Stevenson, welcome to the hub.
Yeah.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
Man, it's good to see you over here. Just rocked out the Garden a few weeks back. You and Teofimo Lopez, and, it was like the Battle of New York and New Jersey. It was a really dope experience, man, and great fight as well. So congrats on that. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And, it was an amazing night of boxing, and I appreciate Teofimo Lopez for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, usually when we start the show, man, we start with a section of the podcast we call the Connect. All right. Now, obviously, before we turn the cameras on, Shakur was like, "Man, I used to watch this man on TV. Like, I can't believe I'm here. This is crazy." You know what I mean? It was like, man, like this, he's supposed to be here, champ. Of course. So, elaborate on that, man. Talk to me about the first time you seen this brother, and how it relates to you.
I can't really tell you like the first time, but I mean, I used to watch him when he played with AR. He played with the Knicks. Like I said, I see these guys like on TV, and then now it's like you get to meet them in person, and just seeing them, you seem like a cool type of dude. So I enjoy it.
This is your first time meeting like in real life?
Yeah.
Like real life?
Yeah.
Okay.
We met in passing.
Right.
We was at the Olympics.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
You
Right.
right.
You don't remember this.
Right. Damn. That's crazy you remember that. You right.
So we was at the Olympics, and he was walking around, you know what I mean? And you come together for the opening ceremony. So you got all the athletes, is there. So now the boxing, USA boxing. Now what they don't know is that boxing to us, basketball players, is like the sport that we going to support. Like, you know what I mean? You go to water polo and swimming, but like boxing, the real ones is going to see boxing. So that's what he saw him. He walking through the hall, and we did the opening ceremony. And I told him, I said, "Yo, I'm coming to your match." He probably don't remember. I said,
I don't remember this.
We got you on camera and all that. We was filming everything.
Yeah.
Said, "Yo, I'm coming to your match."
One thing I noticed, y'all, when you start to hear these backstories of these different athletes, you always notice that they got some type of experience that they could draw from, where it was somebody great watching them before they, really realize what was going on. And it's dope to see that with Melo. And now for it to come full circle, you went from, him watching your fights, you watching his games, and now you sitting in the studio with him. Yes, it's cool to see that stuff come full surface. And when you win your biggest fight, to see him going on his media run, like he done did an interview with Fat Joe and JDA, where I like it. That's how you promote yourself, man. You introduce yourself to different audiences and platforms, and people could get on board with what you got going.
Also, all his matches out there.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
That's love. That's love.
But that was like everybody was going to volleyball and beach volleyball, which is super dope.
Yeah.
But boxing was something I had to, because I wanted to see who was. I'm a real boxing fan. I wanted to see who was.
And he noticed Melo said, "I'm a real boxing fan," and notice when he give his takes on boxing, people respect his take. You could tell he watch it. He don't come off as just some casual. I ain't expecting him to know everything, but Melo be in tune. And you know what I'm saying? He know what's going on.
I'm like, who was next? And who we had represent us on the USA squad. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good moment to be a part of with all the athletes. And now I'm an athlete at this time too. So they looking at us, we looking at them. Right. These are the best athletes that we got in America at that time in all sports.
Well, which Olympics was this, by the way?
2016.
2016.
This was Rio.
Damn, 10 years ago.
This was Rio.
Let's talk about Rio. What you talking about?
It's crazy though. Now that you bringing all of this up, it's coming back to me. Like I remember this.
Yeah.
I just don't remember like exactly how it happened, but word I remember.
Do you remember? Talk to me about your experiences in Rio, man. I know that was a big moment. That's a big moment for any boxer, obviously, but for you specifically, what was that like?
Honestly, I really didn't get a chance to enjoy Rio. Like, I was fighting in a tournament like the entire time, so I had to like stay focused the whole time. Like my teammates really got to enjoy it because they lost earlier, so they got to like party and enjoy the entire environment. But me, I really didn't get a chance to enjoy it. But I mean, I enjoyed the process.
Right.
Yeah.
But it feels like the Olympics, and even as a fighter, especially like yourself, it feels like that's the time where we get to see who's the next up, who's the next professionals and all that type of stuff. So around that time, or especially when you were going through that entire process, when did you sort of like, I don't want to say start looking towards the future as far as like a professional career, but like when did it start to really click? Like, yeah, like this is happening how I wanted it to in my head.
When Floyd Mayweather came to the Olympics. Because truthfully, when I was an amateur, I only was thinking like, win a gold medal. But when Floyd came, I'm like, damn, this Floyd Mayweather at the Olympics. And I kind of like started, I already been studying him, but I started studying him more, and all the money he made, I'm like, shit, I'm trying to get to that level. So right then it became like surreal, wanting to be the best at not only amateur boxing, but professional boxing too.
And that's why I tell you, man, just knowing that his competitive nature, that's why it trips me out when I hear people argue back and forth about him not wanting to fight somebody or ducking somebody. It's just, I come to realize over these few years of having this channel that the duck narrative is possibly one of the absolute worst narratives that could be pushed in boxing. It's so many layers to putting these fights together and moving pieces that more times than not, it has more to do with money, timing, availability, scheduling, intent, plans, right? All of that stuff more so than somebody's ducking. I've heard it too many times, and I've heard it just to see it get proved wrong, right? I've heard it for years about Terrence Crawford being scared to fight Errol Spence. He was ducking all this time just for them to fight, and we see how the fight went, right? More recently, you heard people, push that Benavidez was somehow ducking David Morrell and was scared to fight him. You see that he was the one that pushed for the fight when it got to 75. So it's like, it's so many examples that you can draw from where somebody will tell you that a guy was ducking, but you'll find out that that wasn't the case. More recently, Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Boots Ennis, people was going back and forth as to who was the duck, just to find out that you can hold fighters accountable, but you can't, looking at this situation now and seeing how it unfolded, can't say any of those guys ducked each other, right? Neither one of them dudes ducked each other. You see, Oscar was the one playing puppet master behind the scenes, possibly ruining the fight to the point where his fighter wanted to sue him. So it's just, I urge any fan out there, before you believe that somebody is ducking, get all the facts and the details, as many as possible, before you come to that conclusion. Because more times than not, you'll find that shit ain't about ducking. This is what these guys do. This is how they eat. If you tell them you're going to give them the right check for a fight, they're going to take it. You get what I'm saying? We just seen on a way smaller scale, and I don't know what the pay was. I'm pretty sure she got paid something, but we just seen a female in her first fight fight a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. You get what I'm saying? For the right opportunity and situation with the money on the line, people going to take these fights. So boxing, Like I feel like the social media era birthed the duck narrative. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one of the more damaging narratives to boxing. And in more times and more cases than not, you could prove that that's not exactly what's going on at all. Let's keep going, y'all.
The Olympic boxing is different. Also, scoring is different. Point system is different. You know, like you can lose on points. You be whipping a nigga ass and lose on points.
Floyd lost.
Not only that,
Clean
though,
shots is, you know, you gotta get a clean shot.
Yeah.
yeah, not only that, also it's like and the professionals now, the best don't fight the best. But in the Olympics, you are forced to fight against the best fighters in the world. So you have to. You don't got no choice.
Would you
see what I'm saying? See why I always made that point, y'all, and said that? You telling me a person that's competed amongst the best all his life that he didn't even get to enjoy the Olympics because he had to stay locked in. You telling me, and again, fighting the absolute best on any given night, you fighting the best. You're not picking who you fight. You don't have no choice. You get what I'm saying? You have a mentality that's bred to challenge yourself, and that's what you came accustomed to doing. Why would you change that mentality when it's time to make money? You still gonna be that same competitor. You just gonna want to do both. And as you can see with Shakur, when he get a guy that's willing to step in there, that's supposed to be in or around that level, the fight gets made. It did good numbers. They both got paid. He getting all of it. He getting the legacy, the money. He chasing the competition. Trust me, you put a contract in front of this man and treat him fairly, and I guarantee you he gonna sign that shit and get you the fight. Guarantee you. That's why the narratives over a test of time, they all been falling by the wayside and been proving people wrong. So they hate to see this point right here. They hate it's some people that hate to see this run that he on right now, and this shit just getting started. I'm telling you. Shout out to Cecil. Yeah, some guys, sometimes people avoid, you know what I mean? Some people avoid each other for sure. But again, it be more business oriented and focused, right? Plans, like what your plans are. Dudes in the business of making money. If you're in the business of making money, if you have an investment, right? Fighters be investments, be these guys investments. Your job is to continue to put that investment in position to make money without losing it, right? It's the same mentality with boxing. So sometimes it's not going to be the best fighting the best, but it's going to be the best possible situation for that fighter at the time, for him to not only gain experience, get another win, but make more money and keep the gravy train rolling. People don't like to hear it, but at the top where they're operating at, boxing is a business. So I feel like it's less ducking at the top, and it's definitely more business. Those dudes that's the best fighters in the world are not scared to fight. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. Those run-of-the-mill fighters that get in there and you get what I'm saying? Fight just about anybody. What makes you think a guy that's been proving himself to be on a much higher level is scared to test himself? You get what I'm saying? It's just a matter of timing and the situation making sense for both parties.
Olympics was probably the toughest part of your boxing career since you had to fight the best of the best every time, or it got harder as a professional?
Nah, I think the toughest part of my boxing career probably was like the amateur fights that I was losing. But nah, I don't. Honestly, I think a lot of them fights been kind of like easier for me. So I work hard. Like I work extremely hard to make it look the way that it looked.
The narrative around you has definitely changed, especially after the Teofimo fight. Like, did you make any conscious changes, or was that just like the right opponent bringing that type of fight out of you? Or you just like, yo, this is going to be the moment where I have an opportunity to separate myself in front of the people who may have been doubting you from the beginning?
Nah, I actually did make some changes, but the real truth, I took him more serious than I take a lot of fighters, and I do take fighters serious.
Yeah.
But sometimes fighters that get like 70% of me. But with this fight being that it was all
Chop
on
was
the
good
line,
with it, bro.
I made sure like all bases was covered. So it was
you gotta understand, bro. It ain't about dressing it up. It's about understanding, bro. Think about this. What good would it do me, bro, as a content creator, a supporter of the sport, to come here and justify these dudes ducking each other? What good would it do for me? Right? Like, what benefit would that serve me to come here and try to convince all of y'all that it ain't, other than the fact that it's the reality, it's truth. I know this for a absolute fact. I'm not guessing it. This is not something I think, this is something I know for a fact. Now, are there cases where guys are avoiding top challenges? You see it on certain levels, you see it, but not nowhere near as much as what people push it, right? Case in point, you seen Tim Bradley do a video recently saying something about Devin Haney ducking. Would you agree with that? You get what I'm saying? Would you agree Devin Haney ducking? Because if so, if Devin Haney's ducking, who the hell did he duck? People just like the things that catch people's attention. I'm just not a fan of it because I feel like it's lame, right? We know what we're seeing at the top. It's a business, bro. And if that money, if they feel like they can make in or the same amount of money for a lesser challenge, they're more inclined to do it, right? Because again, they need incentive. So it's about that dollar. So if you want me to take more of the risk, the money has to, you get what I'm saying? Justify the risk, right? You know, what I'm being paid got to justify the risk I'm taking. If not, and you asking me to do something that's outside of my normal plans, what's my incentive of doing it? Just because you said, you get what I'm saying? You got to start thinking like a fighter. Put yourself in their shoes. Every single time you step in the boxing ring, you would be trying to make the most money you possibly can. And I would expect you to do nothing more than that, nothing less than that, right? Like, think about it. When you go for work in life, you're trying to make the most money that you possibly can. You get what I'm saying? You're not trying to go and just do shit just to be doing it. You want to make it worth your while. Stoley, what's good with it, fam? Hope I ain't butchering your name. You get what I'm saying? Definitely, it's life or death. So we got to start understanding that. It's a conversation we're gonna have, and we're gonna get back to this. I'm gonna try to play this through. The fighters of yesteryear, they were, I think, easier manipulated because they were able to be sold on legacy more. Back in the day, you can tell somebody about being greatness and legacy, and you get what I'm saying? And these fighters of today are just, they not going. They not, and no disrespect to nobody of yesteryear, but they're not their past contemporaries. They're not those guys, right? They're not the fighters of yesteryear. They're about their business. They want to get paid. They're aware that there's money out there, and legacy alone just ain't going to feed my family. You're not going to feed me legacy in an effort to manipulate me on a financial end. That's what I think took place on a large scale back in the day. That's why you got this quote unquote, that was the best fight in the best era, because they were sold on, blood and guts, go out there and put it all on the line. And, people were okay for fighting for less than whatever they were worth, just long as they got the glory. That's no longer the mentality of these fighters, because it's so much that come with this shit that people want to be paid accordingly each and every time they step in the ring. And could you blame them, seeing how people get manipulated, seeing how fighters get treated, seeing how fighters end up? You get what I'm saying? Look at G-Man, look at his situation, seeing how these realities can be theirs one day if they don't take care of their business. So I get it, man. I understand it. Make your money, bro. Make your money.
100% of me come that fight night. And the lesson that I learned from it was like, make sure I bring that version of me for future fights and every other fight that I have from now on. Because I know at this level it's going to get harder and harder. So for me, really, it was just changes within like my discipline and the sacrifice and all of that kind of stuff.
Did you feel like,
and real quick, an area where Devin might have a edge over other fighters and teams where people don't probably speak of, is being involved in the business side of things. Like, he be involved, he makes sure he get a certain amount of money to go out there and perform, and he lets you know from previous fights not happening, if he ain't getting paid, he not showing up. So that's where Devin got the leg up. That's where I think the way he maneuvered his career from platform to platform, opportunity to opportunity, right? I think that's what made him different. some people will say, you know, it's the opponents that he's fighting that makes him so much different. Ain't nobody doing what he doing. I don't believe that, because outside of like maybe 1 and 2 names at the most, it's not like he's been fighting competition that nobody else is fighting, right? But he's moving right. His business is in order. Devin is a smart businessman, I believe, and him and Bill together, they're a smart team, bro. They be on top of their business. You can't say that you about to shit on them unless they know exactly what's going on, right? The 1 time or the 2 times you feel like they got the shit into the stick, they leverage that for the belts. They sacrifice some dollars for them straps because they knew they would be able to, you know, maneuver them straps into more paydays and money as they did. So they smart when it come to business, man. That's what they're doing in a way that others not doing. In my opinion, it's not so much them fighting people that nobody else is willing to fight. I don't think that's what's going on, right? But he's definitely willing to fight. He's brave as hell. He's smart. He's accomplished, and he's in a really good position. And his next move can really serve him some real good moving forward, right? His next move is going to set up that next move. So I'm ready to see what he's going to do. I like what Devin is doing, but people are too quick to try to make it seem like the fighter they like the most is the only one that's doing something and nobody else is. But if you look, it's a lot of people that is doing things he's doing. It's a lot of people that had tougher roads than what he's had, right? Maybe not as many accomplishments, but it's people that travel tough roads and just ain't had it easy. You know what I'm saying? But he's one of the young leaders of the charge of the new school, if you will, right? He's doing his thing. But look, the man is under 30. Under 30, can you think of a more accomplished fighter? You know what I'm saying? The Devins, the Shakurs, right? They on their shit. It's them. Like, so he on top of his game for sure.
Fight. Did you feel like, oh, this fight changed everything for him? Because I think that was a pivotal fight. And when I say a pivotal fight from the standpoint of people trying to figure out who Shakur Stevenson is. Yeah. Right? So now you get on that stage, and that's why I say you deserve your flowers, because we know your journey. We know the work that you put in. A lot of people may not pay attention to that, and they just see you as who you are. But now you get that opportunity to go up against T.O., who's somebody that a lot of people respect. Yeah. So you take that moment and you make that conscious decision, like, this is a moment that I can really separate myself. That's what I saw. Yeah, I don't know if you felt that. For sure, honestly, I felt all the pressure, all of the things that was leading up, but I know myself. So, like, it probably surprised everybody else, but I know what I'm built with. Like, I know for a fact when the lights get bright, it's millions of people that's watching around the world and they seeing you in that ring. I know I'm going to step up to the plate regardless. Like, I don't got no bitch in me. Yeah. Like, I'm not one of them dudes that got bitch in me. So I know what I'm built with. So, for me, yeah, I turned it up for T.O. because of the stakes, but I'm the truth. Like, I've been the truth for years and years, and people ignored it because I wasn't getting the names and the guys that they know of. But
Reef stupid.
I'm the guy. There's nobody that's better than me in the sport of boxing. I mean, in addition to that,
I feel like that mentality is bred through constant challenging yourself, competition, success, hard work, and just knowing where you stand in the sport that you represent. That's what I like about him, man. His attitude. Like, you're gonna have to show him you better than him. You're not gonna get it from him. Like, you're gonna have to show him that.
Obviously, you're a winner. You know what I mean? Like, you won at every level. But there's always those naysayers, those critics, those boxing pundits that, like, separate the winning from the entertaining fights. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to be a winner. It's another thing for people that want to spend that $75 and watch you because they know they're going to see a show. And I think that fight at the Garden against Lopez, it really felt like for the first time, like, yo, he's here, he's putting on the show right.
You walking out in the Garden. You know what I mean? That's a different type of energy. You know what I mean? Walking out.
That was like that because of the magnitude of the event. I've been saying this for years. When he start getting those name opponents that people want to see the most, you're going to start to see more of the performances you want to see, or what he normally does to people would be more acceptable if it was against the best fighters in the world. It can't be the Artems and the Padleys. No diss to them, no slight to them, but it can't be those guys. It need to be T.O.s. It need to be Tank Davises. It need to be Devin Haney levels, the Lomas, shit like that. It need to be those guys. It need to be other champions, right? It need to be other quality guys that are at least deemed on your in or around your level. Anything less than that, you're not gonna get the credit. You're not. We've seen it for years already. So, and I think, look, this is one fight we talking about. T.O., all of that shit turned around on one fight because all it take is one. And now you continue to build off that by trying to make the next best fight for yourself and showing people that this ain't no one-off. You really here to fight the best fighters in the sport.
That tunnel, you in the back and you seeing, you know, who's on the walls, you know what I mean? That walked out in that ring. That's a different type of.
Man, it felt like I was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like this is my destiny. And, like, honestly, I just let God take care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God was with me within the whole process. So, truthfully, it was just regular. Like, it was, for me, it just seemed regular.
Mm-hmm. No, not the fight. The aura. Yeah. Are you talking about the Ali's and you talking about the real hitters of the sport who done graced that MSG.
It's a long shadow.
You know what I mean? Like you have to really like cement yourself in that sport to be able to walk out there and hold that fort down. So I'm saying I'm giving you flowers because that's very impressive to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people could do that and go hold the fort down and do it with such class. And you know, you was boxing, you was classy, you out, you know what I mean? Like you was in a whole different element that I saw.
Sure.
I don't know if it was because of the T.O. fight, you made a conscious decision to do that, and it was the bright lights of MSG.
I think it was everything in one. I think it was that. It was my preparation, the way that I prepared myself for the moment.
Right.
And I played the fight in my head 100 times over and over. And like every time I played it in my head, it was the same outcome. Like I didn't think it was going to be that hard of a fight because I seen his mistakes and where I was going to attack. And everything I was looking at was already there for me.
Yeah.
Preparation, man.
Yeah.
You talk about, you know, how much it played into your head. A guy who grows up in the New York, New Jersey area has to dream of fighting in the Garden. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
When did it sort of hit you that, like, you know, you made it to one of like the hallowed grounds of
Ryan
sport?
was good. 12 was good, bro.
Honestly, it hit me like fight week.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen like all of the energy and everything surrounding the fight week, that's when it hit me. I'm like, okay, this is real. Like the pressure became like, I was more nervous during fight week than I was on fight day.
Mm-hmm.
But like during the fight week, I'm like, man, this real. Like I'm ready to fight. I'm like this the whole week. But on fight day, it's like everything just calmed down and just do what you do.
Yeah. You know, when I talk to fighters, whenever I interview fighters, like I always feel like the talk leading up to it is always very measured. You know what I mean? They're very focused. They're not trying to give no bulletin board material. There's always a lot going on. But I always like talking to fighters after the fight. So, you know, pressure's off, especially if they won. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the first 24 hours after a fight like for you? Like, how does it, especially after a win like that, like, how do you feel like physically, mentally? Like, describe it for me.
Man, it's different because, like, I'm not like most people. Like, most people, they kind of go to clubs. They're going to go party. They're going to go get bottles. After that fight, I went straight to play ping pong.
Yeah, he really did.
On my life. I wish.
Bro was still in his fight outfit playing bud and ping pong.
Straight to play ping pong. We had like a ping pong party with all of my family and friends.
Nice.
And I beat people ass in ping pong. I took some ass whoopings too. But
wait, who beat you in ping pong the night after you just fought at the Garden?
Bud Crawford. He whooped my ass.
Ping pong?
Yeah, he's nice. But then like after that, I went home, went to the crib, played Call of Duty. Like everything just regular for me because it's like I know what I'm capable of. So it's not a surprise. It's not like something crazy. It's like, okay, we just did what we knew we was gonna do.
That's supreme preparation on it. So that's even more of a reason why I take my hat off to you. But you told Bud Crawford after the Canelo fight that boxing is too tough on the body and he had nothing left to prove. Are you already thinking about life after boxing?
For sure.
And what does that, and like, because a lot of boxers go through that, right? They go through that at the end of their career. But are you already thinking about
for sure
life after boxing?
For sure. I'm already like 30 steps ahead. Like, I want to start a business after boxing, but I'm trying to take my time right now to where it's like I want to make sure whatever business I'm doing is my passion too. So I can go work hard and enjoy the actual work that I'm doing instead of doing stuff that's like
that you're forced to do.
That I'm forced to do. So my plan, I plan on making more money outside the ring.
Smart man, hit the like button.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
hit the like button.
And I know it's gonna be hard to do, but I know with like hard work and dedication, I'm already built for doing the things that I got to do to be able to get there. So yeah, I'm already planning for. I got fighters, I got all types of shit already in place. So where it's like, after this, I'm straight. Once I'm done having fun with the sport of boxing, like I'm not in love with like actually going out there and fighting and having fun, I'm gonna stop doing it.
Yeah. I always said that. The minute that you stop having fun with it, I'm done with it.
Like, right.
I got no choice. College basketball is nonstop. Big games, tight spreads, and then just a go parlay your over required, including fan or New York. 8-6. Rare like mentorship circle. I mean, Andre Ward, Bud Crawford, you being around Floyd, obviously. Like, how did those relationships begin?
Yo, it's crazy. Like, none of it is like nothing forced. Like, Floyd, I really met him at his gym years ago when I sparred Devin. But after that, it's like me and him never spent like money together. We never had any business with each other. We just always clicked. Like we always had like the same mentality. I felt like, and it clicked. And like sometimes I talk to him on the phone for like an hour straight. But it's like for me, all of these dudes that like the world look at them like the greatest boxers, which they are. But I look at them like
boxing dad,
regular people. Like Bud Crawford been my big brother for like years and years. Like the world's just starting to notice it because we're both elevated now. But
yes, the storyteller.
Andre Ward was my favorite boxer as a kid. I wanted to be like Andre Ward. Then I met him, and then it's like relationships built. So it's like for me, like
a boxing deacon.
I appreciate them guys because they help me when I need help. But it's regular, like it's not nothing crazy.
It has to say something in the fact that you have, three of the greatest boxers, like on your phone, on your line, people that you can call fan, your brother, people that you can call when you need something. That's when you really see who is there for you, right? These are all three guys who did it their own respective way. Yep. So you getting a whole different type of education, even though you just looking at these niggas like, man, Bud, that's my man, that's my brother. But you getting a whole different type of education. You may not look at it that way, but you're getting it indirectly because when I watch you, I can see that you've had conversation with Bud. I can see that Andre Ward is a mentor to you. I can see what Floyd might say to you that gets you. You get what I'm saying? So I can pick all of that apart.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. So I think it just come with who I am. Like I'm a genius.
Surrounding yourself around great people put you in the best position to be great, man. That's all I'm hearing, and you hear these stories all the time with not just him. Way before him, people before him, like some of the best athletes in the world, they got these experiences with other great people that they could draw from and be motivated by, influenced by, right? A lot of people that they look up to, and then they end up rubbing shoulders with those same people and being able to learn life lessons and build relationships with them. and them help them, you know, mentor them in their career. Like, that's why I say SOG, man, out there doing that great work, man.
I mean, I say all that to say that's a dope circle of influence and mentorship.
Yes, it is.
To fucking have.
For sure,
You know what I'm saying? So don't take that shit for granted. 'Cause that shit,
Nah.
you know, that shit is different.
Is there like a basketball counterpart as far as like mentorship in your career that you can sort of compare to?
I mean, if you're talking about obviously me, LeBron, Dwayne, and CP, like, you know, we talking about all four who did it our respective ways, who at the height of the game were the best ever played this game. So if any you know, younger guy who's coming up, and or women, that young lady who's coming up and want that type of mentorship, then this is the group that you get it. You ain't gonna get more knowledge from
these guys.
You know what I mean? And everybody did it their own different way with experiences. So I always take, you know, like, appreciate those circles like that because they ain't never do that before. You know
That's
what I'm
the thing
saying?
with them though, like they all like different, same mentality, but different fighters and different things that they kind of like do. And I be asking them questions, and I'm the type of person I'll go ask Dre a question, then I go ask Bud the question, then I go ask Floyd the question. And I really want to see who gonna be like close to thinking the same thing, like. Because Bud might say something. Now, Bud is the most different out of both of them. He might say something different than both of them guys. And they usually kind of on the same page, but they don't even know. Like, they ain't like really telling
That's
them.
how it go, man. That's how it go. We all see it differently, but we still want the same outcome.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Is there one skill that you can point out that you picked up from all three of those guys that you've applied to your own game?
There's one skill that that I picked up from all three of them probably is like it's powerful to be locked in. Like, some fighters don't understand how powerful it is to be locked in on a task for 12 rounds straight. And it sounds kind of overrated, but it really is like a huge thing. Like, if you pay attention to Bud, Floyd, Andre Ward, watch they face when they get in the ring. Like, you can see how focused and determined they are in. If you watch my face before my last fight, you'll see like
I seen it. I seen the look against Tio when he got in the ring. I say, oh, he in his mode. He ain't even. I was like, it's tunnel vision at this point. You could just look on his face and see that it's a switch there where you locked in on the task, and then from the opening bell, you see how this guy don't have a lot of lapses in judgment. He don't have a lot of moments where he making big stupid mistakes. When you look at Bud from around to round all the way until he knock you out or UD you, he be in control of shit. It's a certain consistency that he applies from the opening bell to the time the fight is over. And that's the same thing with Shakur. And it gets overlooked sometimes because maybe you're not seeing a knockout, or you want to see more punches thrown or more entertainment, whatever it is, right? You don't see it. But I always said it, man, be able to outthink somebody 3 minutes at a time over and over for 12, you know what I'm saying? 12 rounds at a time is impressive, man. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of opportunity for mistake to be made. And the fact that you can consistently go the duration of your fights without making these big mistakes that'll lead to you getting clipped, knocked out, stopped, or you know, beat any of that, I think it speaks volumes. It speaks to your consistency. And you can see that he really picked that up from these dudes. They all got it. Andre Ward in there, laser focus. Bud Crawford, tunnel vision. Like, you see it. Floyd Mayweather, all these guys, all the greats, you see it. They get in there and they locked in from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is what separate, you know, people that's really good from the really great and special fighters. You know what I'm saying? Those guys that have the mental capacity to lock in for an entire fight without having those big lapses in the fight where you're not on point or you're not paying attention, you're not focused and dialed in. Like, he don't have a lot of those moments, and it's just something you can't really measure on paper. You just got to understand what you're watching and understand the difficulty of it, right? From a Ward to Floyd Mayweather, like, people talk about how flawless their execution is, but don't take time to realize how difficult it is to maintain that level of concentration that long. And think about the run that Ward had, the run that Floyd had. He's still about to fight. Yo, you get me to do hell of a run. So that just separates you from the rest of the pack, in my opinion.
Determined they are in. If you watch my face before my last fight, you'll see like you know what's coming. Like you know what's coming. And I think that's something that I kind of took from all three of them guys.
Those are the most three disciplined fighters that we've ever seen. And you hit on that just now. Like, what does discipline look like for you, like year round?
Discipline look like doing things that you don't want to do for the greater good. So me being disciplined is like me not drinking, smoking, when everybody around me is like drinking, smoking, partying, and doing all the fun shit, and I'm like, I'm going to the room and I'm about to go watch boxing film for 3-4 hours, and everybody else out having fun. But it's fun for me because I'm still doing what I love to do. But
absolutely,
my discipline is keeping me doing that thing that's helping me elevate, and these other people kind of like, they living life. Nothing wrong with it.
All those three are concerned, man. You talk about the discipline in boxing. I think Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather, technical mastery when it comes to boxing. Bud's a little bit more unconventional, but when you talk about like technical
Bud like water.
Yeah. What's up?
He like water.
Yeah.
He gonna just where you want to go. However you want to go. You want to go southpaw, you want to go orthodox, you want to
do
everything. You want to run, you want to like whatever you want to do. I box you, I got thank you, I can do everything. Whatever the fuck you want to do.
That's one of the most complete fighters in boxing history.
It's a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact.
So I mean,
Bud can do
outside
it
of
all.
Bud, because he said he's one of the most complete fighters. I think one of the knocks that like a guy like Floyd or Andre might get, I wouldn't even say knock, but like the respect levels of technical boxing, right? Like people will go to see a Floyd fight. You might not see a knockout, but if you're a boxing connoisseur, you'd be like, this is art to watch him box. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Andre Ward. Do you think technical boxing doesn't get like the respect that it should?
Hell no, it don't.
I think technical boxing get the respect that it should because they don't have a choice. Because at the end of the day, right, dumb guys, they winning and winning and winning and they're not losing.
Yeah.
And they beating the guys that's the big knockout artists that everybody kind of talk about. So I think they don't got no choice. Like you could say it, don't get it, but that's just the critics that come with the sport of boxing. Everybody gonna have that, but at the end of the day,
he made a good point.
The technical boxer who's the best at what he does and mastered his craft and mastering his craft, 9 times out of 10, you don't got no choice but to respect.
Yeah,
it's crazy how y'all. For those that listen to me on a regular basis, how often have you heard me say that they don't got no choice but to respect it because you keep winning? Don't change your style. If that shit work for you, do what works for you. But the winning over time is gonna make people have to respect the way you do it, right? You've seen it with countless great fighters in the past, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same with the Shakurs, the Devins, because they got that pure boxing style that people tend to criticize the most. Oh, we want to see knockouts. We want to see more action. Get what I'm saying? And now just looking at where both of these guys currently sit at 27 and 28 years old, two of the most accomplished guys in the game, both still undefeated, right? Very accomplished. So, and it's still more for them out there. So, like Shakur is saying, people are forced now to respect Shakur. You see the win over Teal. You've seen as a pay to fight. Now you see back-to-back performances where you're like, all right, man, this kid might have something, man. I might have missed some things about him, man. It's a good thing to see. But like he said, they got to respect it because over time, you got to respect the winner. You can say what you want, but a guy that does nothing but win, it ain't shit you can say.
Yeah.
Zero choice.
You know what fighter used to be like that? Oh, I'm gonna say a name. Winky Wright.
Winky, yeah.
It's a homie.
Winky Wright. Niggas used to hate watching this nigga because he was so technical.
Yeah.
His defense was impeccable. Like you wasn't that
high guard.
Oh my gosh, you wasn't like it was fun if you was a technical nigga and you loved the debate. You know, you loved the.
Yo, Melo really one of the ones. He right.
He
right.
Casuals want to see knockouts.
He right.
They want to see stank
playing and bang. He was the one guy that I would say didn't get enough credit because of how technical he was defensive. And he could fight too.
Yeah, to a degree. Winky probably didn't get the praise, but he definitely got the respect because if he ain't get nothing else, you respected Winky, right?
Yeah, hands, but defensively, you wasn't touching it.
Yeah, he kept his hands up. Whew. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that high guard.
He brought me back when he said
he mastered that high guard, man. He'd beat you up behind the high guard. We could beat you up behind the high guard.
Talking about technical fighters, like he's one who always loved to watch.
Yeah, I never really watched something like that, but I seen some of Winky, so for sure.
You say, technical boxing, you're forced to respect because guys like Floyd, guys like yourself, guys like Ward, we spend weeks watching people build up this fight. Like, oh, such and such has his punching power. He could do this, he could do that. And then you watch the fight and...
What happened to his power?
Right. Like, it's not even... You don't get to see it. Like, we see the slow-mos at the end of the rounds and you're just seeing all the technical intricacies of the defense and just, like, finding the holes that, like, people don't even see. Like, you hear the punch before you even see it. Like, you just watch it move and all of a sudden you hear it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what makes it super interesting to me. That's what makes it super entertaining.
My thing is, right, even my last fight, the buildup, they just kept saying, like, how strong he was and his punching power. Nobody talked about my punching power. They act like it don't exist. I'm pillow-fisted. Tell people to rewatch the fight. Go rewatch the fight and tell me he don't got respect for my punching power.
Yeah, he did.
That's why he fought the way that he fought. He had to respect what was coming back.
Yeah,
So,
that's a
I
fact.
just want to let that be known, though. Like, keep thinking that shit, though.
No. I mean, listen, Chad. You are who you are.
Tired of that
you know
power
what I mean? Like,
conversation.
you earned the right to hold your fort down and stand on what you stand on and show niggas that I can fight. Like, however way you want to do it, I can fight. I'm glad that you had that fight in that moment at MSG.
Me too.
Man, you don't get that same aura, that same energy at Barclays. And there's no disrespect to Barclays, but we talk about fighters.
MSG.
No, this is no disrespect. I
shout out to I love the Barclays, man. The Barclays Center is nice as hell, but it's just we talking about the Garden, bro. I think it's self-explanatory. You know what I mean? Shout out to Melo. We know you ain't, the real ones know you ain't dissing the Barclays. Just it don't hit the same as MSG though. And over 21K, you get me? I love pure boxers. I like all these styles because I just learned to appreciate them all, man. You get me? Even appreciate them all, man. They all bring something to the table.
I'm talking about culture. Yes, exactly. Like to be a fighter, to be one of them ones who say, "Oh shit, Shakur came through." Remember Shakur fought at the Garden?
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy though?
Getting that you're getting your flowers and what you deserve. That's why I said that to you off camera. Like appreciate what you're getting and also what you're about to receive too.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? The fight was almost in.
And that's why, like real quick, y'all, when you heard him, you heard what Melo just said to him, right? And then you heard him say how he wasn't able to enjoy the Olympics because he had to stay locked in. If anybody ever wondered, not saying that people are or not, but if anybody ever wondered, that's why I took the interview. When I interviewed him, I took it in a different direction besides the typical, hey, you want to fight Tank? Like, I ain't asked him that dumbass shit. You get me? Like, that just wasn't on the list of questions to really ask because I already knew the answer to that. And then it's like, I noticed for a fact that a lot of times they don't get to enjoy the fruits of their labor because you got to worry about what's next. You got to stay dialed in and focused. So when I brought him up here, I wanted to highlight everything that made him the 3-division champion that he was up until that point. And I'm pretty sure he could appreciate it because sometimes, you get asked that same, hey, you want to fight Tank? You want to fight Devin? What you think about the rehydration call? Like, you get those questions, but it's different to show somebody, look, I remember when you fought for your first world title when you was 12 fights in your 13th fight against a guy that had double the fights. You get what I'm saying? And you beat him every single round. Like, I remember that shit. I remember you going up and beating and stopping Heron. I remember you unifying with Valdez. Like, I remember these significant points in your career where that shaped you to this point now. And a lot of times you don't get that in interviews. You get a lot of the what's next type questions. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but I just wanted to switch it up. Highlight what you actually did, the work you put in, man. Just let you know, man, it's people that rock with it.
Vegas.
See what I'm saying?
I set it up
That wouldn't have hit this hand. Y'all both tri-state guys too. That's where the homecoming fight. The energy was definitely palpable in the city when that fight was coming
Shout out to my guy Stoley, man. He say he from North. We fight more in the brick. He's fought there. He's fought there several times. Shout out to Jersey, man. Another Jersey native, man. I'm from Jersey myself, not North though, but y'all only a neighbor. Y'all only about 30 minutes away or so. But yeah, he's fought in the Prudential several times. You know what I'm saying? But as he get bigger, you less likely to see that. Not saying he can't never have a homecoming, or you know. But I think them big fights gonna need to be in them other spots like MSG, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's dope, man. But shout out to you, man, and everybody that's from Jersey, man, rapping with all of us, man.
People don't even talk about, yo, you going to the garden, going to the fight tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get a lot of those moments as fans. So it's not just a big fight in MSG, but it's two guys from the nearby area. You know what I mean? Like, and it's center of the universe. There's only the barbershop, man. The barbershop says Shakur made it to the garden. That's a lot of times that's the shit that's that's important.
The barbershop
that's the real
talk,
conversations that you're gonna get. Yeah. And you can learn a lot from those conversations. So that's an absolute fact.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit of the politics of the boxing game, though, right? Like, cause I already see your face, man. That's not the fun part to talk about. But the WBC, was it them that stripped you of the lightweight belt?
Listen to this, y'all.
Agreeing to retain it before the T.O. fight, like how did that happen? Like, it didn't really put a damper on the fight, but like, just explain from your perspective what went down with that.
Man, them people hit me up for $120,000.
Excuse me, for what?
For
like a fee or something? Or?
Yeah, I guess that man just didn't keep his word. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Who didn't keep their word?
The president for the WBC.
Okay.
Before the fight with T.O. got made, I called him.
Listen to this shit.
We had a conversation. I said, I want to move up, but I want to move back down for the T.O. fight.
Mm-hmm.
He agreed. He didn't say nothing about no money, no nothing. After a couple of weeks in, after the fight got announced and stuff, he started emailing about $120,000. Mind you, I already paid $60,000 for keeping my belt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why the fuck would I pay double now because I'm moving up and you don't have nothing to do with my fight?
Mm.
But after that, we answered to the emails. We asked him, but I really know like he started beefing with Bud Crawford,
right?
Mm. And that's when the $120,000 thing
listen to this shit
to fruition. So.
Okay, so for folks who may not be,
trust me, and it was told that they asked him about his relationship with Bud or something to that effect. That had nothing to do with that. That's how you could tell it was like a carryover effect, and it really did. They really was trying to take it out on her. It's crazy how they was moving, bro. Man just paid you $60K, then you try to hit him for $120K, double to $60 because you figure he getting a lot in this particular fight, but he wasn't defending your belt or fighting for it or none of that. So the hell with them. They crooks, and I'm standing on that. They've been exposed. Them last two situations with Bud and Shakur was very revealing. And it just shows that these guys be in at the line of their pockets, man. They don't care about the best fights. Shakur should still be the WBC champion as well as the 140-pound WBO champion. He should have had an opportunity to go back to 35, not only defend his belt, but in a unification bout of, if somebody that was available, whether that was Muay Thai or anything. Think about it. You could have made money off him again. You could have made another fight, a unification fight, but nope. Wanted to be greedy. And I think you just tried to extort Bud, and Bud wasn't going. And then you said, hey, man, little bro, your big bro, you know what I mean? They really pulled that. They really pulled that. Since big bro ain't hit us off, man, I'm saying how that worked. I mean, do it carry over to you? Core was like, no, sir. Y'all can keep y'all belt. Y'all wilding 120. Said, I'll get that to my daughter, and I feel him. Not getting no 120, and y'all ain't have nothing to do with the fight. Y'all ain't put it together. You ain't help me get it. I let you know in advance that I was going to do it. Right then and there, you were supposed to let it be known, okay, if you're going to do this, it's going to cost X, Y, Z. It's going to cost X amount of dollars for you to go do that. You get what I'm saying? And then from there, allowed him to make a decision. But to try to do it the way they done it, nasty work. And I'm standing on it. It's not about siding with them. It's just siding with what's right, man. You can't extort people. You can't just ask for 6 figures of somebody's payday. You get what I'm saying? And you ain't got to even lift a finger. Think about how easy the world would be if you could just collect 6 figures without having to do shit for it. Come on, man. People get, you know, see, miss, come up missing for that type of bread, man. You get me for less. And you talking about, yeah, let me get 120K because you fighting for the WBO title. Yeah, we the WBC, but it's one of the 4 sanctioning bodies, so you should want to pass. And then on top of that, this is how dope the WBO was, in my opinion, because they heard about the situation with the WBC. They reduced the amount of fees that they were charging Shakur because of the climate and the shit going on with Mauricio and them. That's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? That's dope, man. And he was fighting for their belt, and they still cut him a break. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. 1.1 billion a year is wild, man. It's a wild budget to have for combat.
Like, how does that work? Because like you hear prize fight, and you know what I mean, you have to pay out of pot. Like that doesn't make sense to a lot of people that may not know how that works. But like,
man, that shit don't make sense at all. Like, at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
We win the belts on TV. We looking good, but we going to pay money to keep our belt.
Mm.
But it's like, why am I paying y'all if like
I won
I'm
the
the
fight.
guy that went in there and won the fight?
Yeah,
exactly.
I won the belt. Why am I paying to keep the belt?
That's weird.
So it don't make sense. But it's like to add on damn near double the taxes because you have an issue with Bud Crawford. I just can't respect it.
So
Nope,
at that
me
point,
neither.
does the belt
that much have the power at that point in time, right? If I got to win the fight and I got to pay for the belt, fuck the belt.
See?
You know, that was the fuck. I'm not paying you. I just won the fight.
Yeah.
I got to pay for, you know what? Just keep my name on the list. Like,
I've been doing it for years.
I know you have. That's
for years. For years, get out the ring, pay them people out of my check.
Yeah.
I got to live with it. I'm cool with it. But when you start doing grimy stuff is when it kind of like, all right, bro, like,
but why?
Core wasn't going. Core said, I ain't paying the 5. They tried to do Yo, they clearly was pocket watching, bro. They said, yeah, man, he about to make the money by Tio. They said he about to make 10 million. And they said, yeah, we need about 120. Just 120. And then they make it the way. This is how you know he full of shit. If he could have at least one time, Mauricio Suleiman acknowledged that the money is some type of factor in all of this, then I would at least be able to understand him a bit better. But the fact that he was so like he completely downplayed it being about the money. It don't matter if it was $1 million or $1, man. That's a big difference, bro. You tell Shakur, hey Shakur, you'd have called him and told him you had to pay $1 as opposed to $120,000. Pretty sure he'd have gave you the $1. He probably have gave you a tip. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you told him that's what he had to pay for that, but that wasn't the case. It was $120,000. So the amount is what was bogus to him. So it is about the money. You can't downplay it and try to say what it's not about. It's definitely about the money, because then again, if it wasn't, why did y'all take y'all belt back? Why is he no longer representing y'all as the WBC champion at 135? Didn't he fight for it, earn it? Didn't he defend it? Right? Why is he still not the champion there, right? If it ain't about the money, because y'all didn't get 120,000, which was twice the amount that he paid for the Zepeda fight, 60 to 120K based on what y'all felt like he was getting for a fight that y'all didn't sanction and have anything to do with it. I'm gonna always say it's crazy to me. That's just making your own rules up as you go along. And think about it. I bet you when somebody goes and fights for the WBC title, the WBO don't come in and try to get a cut too. I'm willing to bet you it don't go like that. So why are they the only sanctioning body that's able to go over everybody else and say, you know what, even if this not for our belt, we supersede everybody, so you got to pay us too? That shit just always going to be crazy. Let's keep rolling. Hit that like button. Shout out to everybody rocking out for this interview. We're going to get through this, and I got a small clip from Claressa and Shannon. I'm going to play, assess it, and we're going to get up out of here. Shout out to the fans.
I'm not either, man. Like
I'm thinking, I'm for my business hat on now. if I gotta win the fight, if I'm the draw of this fight, right? Right. This is I promote the fight, I do my thing. This is my fight, right? Now I win the fight. My purse is my purse. Whatever you get is whatever.
Facts, 12.
You mean the time I gotta pay $120,000 to just receive the physical belt of something that I just won
To be champion.
To be
Yeah,
champion.
they full of shit.
No. Nah.
But some fighters got to do it too, because at the end of the day, all of the fans know the belts. So when they see the belts, it's like, if you become champion, man, that guy is a world champion. So
yeah, I get that.
Some fighters that's lower level need it.
Yeah.
But like,
they ain't got the $120 to pay for the belt.
They do, because they're going to go off of your check. So whatever you make, they're going to...
The percentage of the belt.
Yeah, the percentage.
That is a tax. That sounds like a tax. That's crazy.
It
You got
is.
state tax,
Extortion
federal
fees.
tax. Oh, tax.
Belt tax.
It is.
You getting taxed for the belt after you just put the belt to somebody's ass. Crazy work, ain't it?
Shit that keeps the sport boxing from like being at the level that it should be though. Cause like if I
to blew my shit.
Bro, it's crazy to me too.
It's not just that too. It's the fact that, okay, it's 4 belts in every weight class.
Right.
So if you win all of
The
them
belt
belts, like
tax
say
cut.
when Bud was
Telling you,
undisputed,
belt tax.
he got to pay every last one of them. I'm just saying, dog. Like,
forget about it. I'ma just have to go off the word of the people.
I'm with Melo, man. We going off the word of the people.
$100,000 to go from the PFP rankings, man. But all right, that guy's
they gotta get that. They gotta get that shit right. Yeah. Do you ever think boxing will ever get to the place where fighters unify underneath of just one structure or league, or even do you guys ever think about creating a union?
man, that's crazy. I can't put my boy plans out there though. Somebody already told me this thing. I think maybe it's gonna be
to unify or to formulate a union.
A union.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody done told me this, so it may be on the way. I can't put them out there.
That's big.
Yeah, I can't put them out there.
Yeah. A lot of
I might know who the hell he talk about now, that because I was just watching something and it was to that conversation came up. So knowing core. It could be a bunch of different people, right? But it's only probably a select few that really care about boxing in that way. And one person right off the top comes to mind.
They all need a union. Everything need a union. You know what I mean? Business need a union.
Yeah, but if it's under one thing, then we'll get the fight. So, because I think that's what like Suzuka Boxing is trying to do now with Dana White. But
do you want that?
For them to be able to conquer, they're gonna have to be able to kick money out.
Oh, the money ain't the issue. We know the money ain't the issue.
Yeah. but
money ain't the issue.
At the end of the day, the money does matter because of the fact that like us being, we going there risking our life.
I'm saying no. Let me clarify that. The money is not an issue in the sense of taking care of it, funding it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's not an issue. Yeah. Now, if you ain't getting your money, that's an issue.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as the guys who's sitting back behind the scenes saying
they got that,
give me the plan.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna fund that.
But
like, do you think it will get there?
I think it will if they kick out the money and they get the right guys involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after he fought Williams and Pater, and that was just like 7 months prior, so he paid them $60K for that particular bout. And then he gave them the heads up that he wanted to move up and challenge Tio. They agreed. They was cool with it. They never mentioned anything about fees or money. And he said after the fight was announced, they started emailing about $120,000, which was twice the amount that he paid for the Zepeda fight. And he actually, he understood paying for the Zepeda fight because he's defending the belt. But in this particular case, they could not justify their reasoning for asking for twice the amount for a belt that wasn't even on the line, for a fight that ain't have nothing to do with him. It was tough. It's tough to try to, you get me? That's somebody that's blood, sweat, and tears. He worked hard for that. It's like, bro, what? You need 120 for what? What'd I do? Where'd this come from? So Dana doesn't pay UFC fighters though enough. I agree. I think they should get paid more. That's why they lose their athletes to boxing. You know what I mean? When guys are good enough to cross over, or if they're a big enough name, they'll lose them. Or they lose their fighters in general because of how they paid.
Also, you got to understand a lot of these guys done already made a lot of money, so they probably not ready to risk losing to certain fighters because of the money. I mean, not because of the L.
Okay.
So the money ain't really like that big to them. Like,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why the money become big to them, because you see what's happening in the Middle East.
Possibly 12.
Right? But you got people with infinite amount of money, right? Who see the sport should be ran and performed and unified in a certain way. So now I got the bread to change all of that shit. Now I want to see you and everybody in your class fight against each other with one belt, right? The money, say $10 million, right? That's what you would be getting for a regular fight. Not you, just throw that number out there.
Yeah.
Now they come and say, yo, we give you 50, 60 million.
Everything boxing. My guy, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling, ETB? Good to see you in the building. We just listened to one of these interviews, man. Just a calm, cool day.
To unify.
You know?
Niggas is out.
For sure.
So for sure, it's just the structure, and the structure got to be there.
But some fighters, right? Like, let's say, right, with Tio.
Yeah.
Tio took a risk, and he finally was the guy who gave me the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
He got embarrassed in front of the world.
Okay.
He got paid for his fight. Cool. But some fighters are not willing to get embarrassed in front of the world just for the check.
So you saying you ducking fight? This is basically what you. This is what
Guys duck fight.
All right, that's all you got to say. Guys are ducking fight.
Especially me, like.
Guys are ducking fight.
Especially me.
But what if they didn't have a choice?
No, they especially ducking me.
You. I'm about to say, what? What if they got a choice? If it's 10 of y'all in the class.
Yes.
And all
It ain't
10
cool.
of y'all
It's hot out there. The weather breaking out here in Jersey too. Is the weather breaking? I done hit the 70s, 70 plus for the last couple of days. So it ain't hot yet, though. It ain't blazing hot yet, but I'm glad to see the weather breaking. I almost forgot that we was in March and April was right here. Like, this is crazy.
Fight against each other in order to say, I'm the king of this class.
Certain guys are going to pick some guys over here. I'm going to fight this guy. I'm going to fight this guy. I'm going to leave that guy alone. And I'm going to be that guy that they're going to leave alone.
Talk to him,
if we're paying the money for y'all to fight?
I come up with a lot of money.
I mean, you mentioned you mentioned super boxing. I'm saying,
I'm ready.
You know what I mean?
I'm ready.
I like that.
I'm ready.
As a fan, I would love that. Yeah. I think that's what they're trying to do with like you said, with Dana White and you know, the Saudis and all that type of stuff. Like they have, it seems like they got the bankroll.
He definitely telling the truth. Hey, yo, it's good to see one of the real ones come through that got a channel that know that don't push narratives against this dude. You one of the few, bro. I'm telling you. We of the minority in these YouTube streets, bro. This ain't popular, man. This ain't a popular stance or position to take, should I say? You know what I'm saying? With not trashing this dude and pushing them narratives, man. I was talking about it earlier, and I was saying how you could clearly see how people avoid fighting him, and then the fans will still come back and say, oh, well, nobody's ducking him and this and that. But then you'll hear a narrative in regards to him, and people will run with it immediately. It's crazy. But I always say it, like, I don't think people are avoiding him because they scared of him, like, per se, right? But I don't think they be wanting to get embarrassed. I don't think everybody is as brave as what Tio was January 31st to risk it all. Even though I think Tio had his own reasons that as to why he took that fight. I think he had core a little messed up. I think he felt like he had advantages that he thought he could take advantage of that when it came down to it, he couldn't. And it showed. But not everybody is as willing as what Tio was to give Shakur the opportunity to showcase how great of a talent he can be, right? That's why I appreciate Tio in a different way. People be hating these guys. Now, I like the fact that he gave Shakur an opportunity to win another title in another division and solidify his name in a way that he has unable to secure himself, right? Since since he started boxing. None of these names have done for him what a Teofimo has done for him. And you add the performance with it and how dominant it was, and now you got a situation where all those narratives that they once pushed on them, they no longer exist. 704, what's good with it, bro?
Yeah, those fights that, you know, you're willing to take that risk, like you're at least gonna have some generational wealth behind it, win or lose, and it's official. You know, it's good boxing. How many? Give me a number. Like, what's a percentage of the top boxers that would need to like all agree to be like, yo, if we had
like all of the money that they would need.
Yeah, and like
for all of the boxers.
Yeah, and the top boxers too. Like, if we get like 70% of the top 50 boxers in there, does it happen? Does it change the way we see boxing? Do fans get to see the fights that we want to see?
That's true too. I think between Bob Arum not knowing really what to do with T.O. and to think ETB, to your point, them not having a TV deal, they're not putting on shows, right? So he didn't know exactly when he was gonna get another opportunity. So you're right, opportunities was running out. Turkey wasn't rocking with him after some of the comments he made. Remember, he was out there apologizing, making jokes. Remember, he called him a dictator. Turkey wasn't rocking with all that. That shit almost got him blacklisted. But because Turkey was rocking with Core, I think he was willing to make that fight and put it on, and it worked out, man. So I agree, man. I think his back was against the wall. He couldn't afford another fade, and definitely without running the risk of being sidelined, bro. Because again, name me the last official Top Rank show. I think it was on Tubi, and I'm not knocking it because I'm gonna go to Tubi and watch that shit. But you get what I'm saying. Mine George was good with it. You're right. Well, I agree. You and ETB on it. I agree. I've said that in the past. I think he risked he run the risk of getting froze out, all that turning down fights. That's how you get released and all types of shit. So his back was against the wall. But I still do think from a X's and O's standpoint, I think he thought certain things about Core and maybe felt like he could have exploited him. You know what I mean? I felt like he still thought it was risky, but he still could have got it off. And that shit, he was way wrong. Way wrong.
Yeah, if you put up, let's say, 10 of the top boxers and you got a $500 million play around money, I think that'd be enough to get like 30 fighters in the ring. Yeah,
Play around money is nothing. These niggas paid Canelo 5 fights for almost 400, 300, 350.
So what I'm saying is, this is my point. These niggas better get ready for it. It's happening already.
I'm ready.
So fuck with the, you know what I mean?
Core been raking them bags in too. They've been mad ever since, y'all.
Go and build this out. Like, this is what we all want. We want to fight.
ETB, a big dog. Everybody that had to put up with the narratives. I don't know. I just know them as some of my guys for sure that had to deal with them. Hey man, remember the narratives, y'all? And he can't make $5 million with nobody but Tank. Then he go fight Padley for what? How many million? then when that narrative fell by the wayside and they heard he still to make between $8 to $10 million with Tio, they like, man, ain't nobody paying him that much. And then, you know, you find out that was true, right? And they just sitting there, looking crazy in the face because they undermined it and undervalued this man, and it wasn't based off what was actually going on in boxing. It was based off how they felt about him as individuals, right? And we know how you feel don't got shit to do with the reality in boxing. The man making more money than he ever made in his career, and he doing it without the mention of their favorite fighter. They can't stand it. Shakur making money without certain fighters. Yeah, they love it the other way around. They hate it. They hate it. I'm telling you, bro. Hey, look, hey, bro. Everybody in the chat that just like real shit. Shout out to my dog Behind the Hands TV, man. He was in the gym the other day, the J Prince gym. Shout out to my dog if he's still in the chat. And he said, man, Shakur out there, he in that gym killing it like he got a fight already lined up. He already back working hard. Like, and that's why I appreciate him. I always said it. It's his work ethic, his appreciation and understanding of the sport is going to take him everywhere he need to go in boxing. Everywhere he trying to go in boxing, he got every tool, every component necessary to get there. Think about his work ethic. He just beat T.O. up. He in there, he killing it. Ain't no days he right back going at it like he got a fight lined up. I'm telling you, his work ethic It's something different. My guy tell me all the time. He said, yo, he ain't normal. He said, I'm tired of telling you that. He said, but this kid is not normal. He said, he see him do shit that he don't see people do. Just be locked in differently. And you can hear it with these interviews. That's why I was playing this interview.
When you think, and they painted an image as if, like,
but what if we paying the money for y'all to fight?
I come up with a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's, you know, you're willing to take that risk, like you at least gonna have some generational wealth behind it. Win or lose, and it's official. You know,
it's good boxing.
How many? Give me a number. Like, what's a percentage of the top boxers that would need to like have
the top league? I think that'd be enough to get like 30 fighters in the ring. Yeah,
play around money is nothing. These niggas paid Canelo 5 fights for almost 300, 350. So what I'm saying is, this is my point. These niggas better get ready for it. It's happening. It's happening already.
I'm ready.
So fuck with the, you know what I mean? I'll fuck with the boxers is saying, but like, nigga, let's go and build this out. Like, this is what we all want. We want to fight you. I want to fight you. I want you want to fight
like
me.
That though. They not built like that. They're not cut like that. I'm sorry to tell. Like these guys are not here, man. They're not cut like that.
During All-Star Weekend at Complex, purchase your cash back money first. That was
full of fighters. Through the years, I done gave these guys credit, but when it really come down to it, I always knew I'm the one. Like I always knew, and I feel like deep down, like they probably won't say it, but they know. They know.
On everything I love, people can say what they want. Everybody see it differently. On everything I love, I think when Core say that, I agree with him. I believe him. I believe that 1,000,000%. And listen, when have you ever seen people at the rate that they do it with Shakur spend countless hours trying to prove to you that he is not as good as what he clearly keep proving to you that he is, right? When have you ever seen people waste that much time on a fighter that's actually not good, right? If you really ain't worth talking about, people won't even bring you up. You won't make it to live streams. I promise you, and especially since he got to 35, they turned the heat up. They didn't hate him like that at 26 and 30. It was cool when he was beating up Joet Gonzalez at 26. It was cool when he was beating up Valdez and Heron at 30. When he got to 35 and started becoming an immediate threat, they turned up the heat. And like he's saying, bro, they spent countless amounts of time like really trying to prove like he's not that, he's ducking this one. It's been all narrative based. None of it has been proven over the test of time. But what he's been saying is that he one of them ones. And so much so you hearing the fighter say it now. Now you hearing the fighter say it. You hearing people really come out and get a man his flowers. I think he being 100% honest, and I think he's spot on when he say that. They know what it is. They know. Because if he was easy to beat with the respect that comes with his name, despite the narrative shit, they would have been fought him and beat his ass. Somebody would have been fought him and beat his ass. Don't give me that, oh, his performances ain't good enough. Oh, he don't sell enough tickets. That ain't never stopped y'all from fighting somebody and beating their ass. That you get them saying that you want to fight. So the thing is, they just never wanted to fight this dude. Yeah, when Bud came to 47, turned it up. That's when they started hating because he became a threat to a very popular fighter in Errol Spence. Shakur Stevenson became a threat to a very popular fighter in Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? So they upped the ante with the hate. They upped the ante. They like, man, there's no way this dude is good, man. He can't beat no Tank. Ain't no way.
What was the aside from that? What was the like? Cause we all three, we all coming through together. We, you know what I mean? We all, and now we basically the next three young niggas who's part of this resurgence of young talent coming in the game at the same time. Was it we were close, or was it that you do your thing with some sub? Like, what was the dynamics between the three, or was it too competitive amongst the three?
I think that.
Good question.
It was cool at certain times, but deep down, everybody know as a competitor, it's only so cool it can get.
And we gonna have to face each other.
Yeah.
So,
copy.
Yeah.
Truthfully,
I've said that for years.
Cool at times, but
yeah, at the beginning.
You know, in sports and rap, There's always talks of big three, obviously. Boxing, Melo came in with a big three in his draft class. His rap big threes, all that type of stuff. A lot of that stuff is shaped by narrative. A lot of the narratives that came into your career, came into this last fight. Do you think some of that stuff that was said about you was fair, or how do you
Hell no.
how do you think it affected you? You know what I
Hell
mean?
no. I mean, I think everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
So like it happened the way that it was supposed to happen. And if I had to do it all over again, I would do the same thing again. But was it fair? Nah, I'm a fighter at the end of the day, and I got painted images as like a and I'm not built like that. So like I don't know how like
who painted that image?
When I got in the ring and I fought with one hand is when everything started.
Yeah.
That's when social media kind of took it as like, oh, he was running, he was scared. No, I got in the ring, one hand in there, and came out victorious.
But real boxers, real people, fans of you in the sport, and
but it's people out there that really painted an image as if like you'll see the memes, they got a meme of me like I'm running this shit. But like, come on.
It's a meme.
Nah. Hold on. Not what Core calling them memes. Nah. Oh no, man! I gotta get him for that, yo. I gotta get him. I gotta bring that up to him one day. He says, "You know what it is, the memes." Hell nah. Come on, Core. Oh man, bro, he sound like a boxer for real with that one, man.
You'll see the memes, they got a meme of me like I'm running this shit. But like, come on.
Nah, bro. Oh man, that was funny, bro. I did not expect that, bro. I thought he was gonna correct himself for a second, but nah, he just went with it. And he said, "What memes? What's that?" Talking about you know what it is now. Do you know what it is, sir? Memes. That was funny, man. Shout out to Core, man. This is a good end.
Come on, it's a memes.
Bullshit though, like they got those shits and it's like they painted an image as if like I'm not who I am. But I know who I am, so it's like okay.
Which is why that moment it matters.
I don't know. At the memes, Core, I thought you was somebody else.
Ever since.
Do you ever think we'll see you in
You didn't catch it?
Realistically.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't really like talking about him.
Yeah.
Cause like the way that he move is goofy to me. Like it's some weird shit. So like I really don't like speaking on him, but like if same thing
fighting perspective.
Same thing that I said with T.O.
Meaning me.
If anybody got issues with me or feel some type of way about me, you could come see me on fight night and resolve every issue that you got.
Yeah.
I stand by that with anybody.
Yeah.
But keeping it boxing.
That's boxing.
No, I'm just saying.
That's not boxing?
Yeah, no, I love it. No, you got to do what you got to do.
Right, like.
I just want to see. I want to know. I'm just asking, realistically, will we ever see y'all two in the ring? However way it get there, will we ever see that match?
I would love it.
Tank got to stand on straight and narrow too, man.
I would love it.
My son got to, you know what I mean? He got to get on path.
I would love it, but at the end of the day, once again, if somebody says they never gonna fight me,
then you can't rely. Yeah, you got to move on.
Fuck you. I don't need you,
got to move on. Then you can't rely. Yeah, you got to move on.
Fuck you. I don't need you,
bro. Move on.
Simple.
I mean, look. You know, I've stayed straight away from the Tank conversations for the most part for obvious reasons, you know what I'm saying? But I level with him to a degree there too. I ain't gonna say Tank moving goofy. I understand Core is a fighter. He feels the way he feels, and I get it. I'll say this. You know, I hate when I hear him say like he ain't gonna fight him or he turning his back. I hate to hear that. I hate to hear them kill the fight for as long as they did. I never quite understood why he did that, but I try not to knock him. I ain't got nothing negative to say about him as a fighter, but I wish he had a more inviting energy to the conversation of the fight. You know what I'm saying? And again, if somebody said, one guy said they ain't interested, then there's nothing else the other guy can do but move on. And since then, he's been very consistent and not really speaking about Tank for obvious reasons. Because look, he said he not gonna fight me, and that's where fans got to look at him. If Shakur was a corny dude or some clout chaser, he'd continue to try to double down and call Tank out while he out of commission, kick him while he down, take shots at him. He don't do. He make his comments, but you know this shit been going on for years, so it's gonna be some energy there on both sides. But he's always, for the most part, like you said, kept it boxing. And if one guy say he's not willing to fight, then there's nothing else he can do. He just got to move on with his career, and I think that's what he's done. But interestingly enough, Tank is reported to be coming back mid-summer at some point to fight Pitbull at 40. We know Corey's last fight was at 40. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all, it ain't over till it's over, you dig? Shout out to Tank. Can't wait to see him back.
I was asking that just from a fighter, you know what I mean? Now, I got Tank as my youngin', but I just wanted to know from a fighter's perspective, do you ever see, when you're talking about two of the best fighters in boxing, forget about all the bullshit that he's dealing with, boxing, will we ever see that? That's where I was coming from.
Now, I got you, but like I said, if any fighter have an issue with me, because I feel like Teal was jealous of me.
Mm-hmm.
I told him this several times. Any fighter have any issue with me,
let's do it.
Sign the contract, turn the lights on bright, let millions come around the seats to see what's happening, and pull up on me.
You can't get no more clear than that. No more plain than that. He ain't talking street shit. He talking like under the lights. Oh, you got a problem with me, or you don't like me? Well, let's fight in front of millions with the money on the line where the lights is brightest. Every fighter should be talking like that. He keeping it in the ring. So he been standing on business. And if people don't like him, if y'all got an issue, you should want to beat him up with with everything on the line, where it count. Money on the line, reputations, records, everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was stupid. I hate certain stuff that he said, for sure.
Do you think that perceived jealousy sort of like begins when it comes to you? Is it because of the notoriety you get? Is it because of the talent that's out there?
With Tio specifically, it was
notoriety.
I was making more money than him. And he felt like he did more than me. He felt like he was more accomplished than me. So I understood where he was coming from, but I'm not no jealousy type person. I don't know how to like have that in my soul or my heart. So he say he wasn't, but for me, that's what I felt like, because he always threw slick shot at me for no reason.
Right.
So.
Right. As far as your legacy is concerned, man, you already spoke about it earlier in the podcast that you're already starting to think about life after the ring. You know what I'm saying? What kind of legacy do you want to leave if you had?
I'm the best boxer. I'm the best at the art of boxing. I've been saying this for years. The art of boxing is hit, don't get hit. I didn't master it. I'm mastering it. But once I mastered it and my legacy is sealed, I want to be known for being the best boxer.
Greater than Floyd, greater than Bud.
All of them.
Greater than everybody.
All of them.
And I think that's what makes him great. His drive, his competitive edge, his nature, his want to be great. And I think the moves that he's been making, if you just paid attention to the career, has dictated that's what he wanted to be. He's always said that. You know what I mean? He won his name amongst the absolute best fighters in the world. He's always said it. And I think he's done his best with 25 fights to get as close to that as possible. And 25 fights, 4 divisions. I say he on the right path. If you pay attention, like what he say and what he want is lining up with what he's been doing. And when given the opportunity, and it's no back and forth games on social media and guys really want to make fights, look how easy. That's what people don't speak about enough. I know the fight over with and done now, but look how easy it was for him and Teal to make the fight. And look how people were still thinking it wasn't going to happen. That shit got put together 1, 2, 3, despite Turkey not even rocking with Teal. So tell you something, that Teal Sr. said, man, it was easy to make this fight. They both wanted it. Easy to make it. Key words, like that's how it is. It's easy to make fights when guys want them. Play a few more minutes of this, y'all. We at the end.
Boxing. What are 3 skills or like negotiables that you need?
What you mean negotiable?
Just like it was or non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. I got you, CJ.
3 skills.
Maybe once he done making his media run, you know what I'm saying? You got to hit the big platforms, man. I'm still one of the smaller guys, so kind of make that great press run, catch him in between time when he got a minute, shoot him a DM. Oh man, holla at me, I got you.
I would.
If you building your perfect
defense guaranteed. I want to be able to talk to my kids after my career is over and not like sound crazy. I can't be giving the sauce out, but fuck it. The jab.
Yeah, everybody know that. That's a table setter, right?
Elite level boxers are very educated with their jab.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Third, great feet. One of the most underrated things in the sport.
Yeah,
great
feet. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Really?
Yes, Melo. You need your feet to punch, Melo.
Great feet.
Yes, Melo.
Now there's great footwork when there's elite footwork. Right.
There's some guys nowadays, they like stand right there and let people punch on them.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
At
Shout
the end
out
of
to
their
the
career,
down
they be
under,
talking
man.
crazy.
So who have great footwork today?
Great footwork today?
Yeah. Or just in history. Your footwork is very good. Like
Keyshawn Davis.
Okay.
You already know my guy.
Bam Rodriguez.
Okay.
Usyk.
Footwork.
Roma had great feet.
Bivol. There's a lot.
Now when you see basketball footwork, and I'm a footwork nigga, so that's why I like to.
Melo had a bag. Basketball, ain't too many people that had more of a bag than Melo, if any, man. I'm telling you, that was Mr. Get a Bucket himself. I heard people describe how hard it is to guard Melo, and I could just imagine, dude, he gonna get. If Melo want to score, he gonna score. I don't care what you say. And it just, I don't like players the way I used to like the Melos, the McGrady's, man. Like, damn, I don't like players the way I used to like them no more. But Melo was different.
What am I looking at footwork wise? If I'm just somebody who never watched it before, what am I looking at in the footwork?
I mean, one thing, if you watch my fights, you'll see
distance and range.
The range control and the distance control that I'm using with my feet to where I can be at my range at all times and knowing how to get in and out of range whenever there's time to use defense. Yeah.
Understood. NBA home stretch is here. And
shout out to Melo, man. This was a dope one. It's only a few minutes left for that. I ain't gonna play the entire joint, but we got a good one out of it. It's a nice sit down. Just good to see him getting his flowers finally, man. It's good to listen to people that interview these fighters that just appreciate them. Like Melo, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm Melo and Melo is me, but the mentality and just like he's not having Shakur on his platform to try to have him in the hot seat and ask him the quote unquote difficult questions. No, he up here appreciating them and he asking real questions. That's a genuine supporter instead of, these dudes always got to have their guard up when they talking to us content creators, because most content creators spend so much time pushing different narratives that when they get fighters on their platforms, they forced to ask certain questions to either validate or shoot down, what other people are talking about. You get what I'm saying? Or some narratives that they push. So Melo is not a guy that's doing that. So when he gets a boxer, a talented athlete like a Shakur, he just appreciating what he on and what he doing and what he bring to the sport. You get what I'm saying? And that's it. Like, and it's a good conversation and a good build. You can't call him no fanboy and none of that. You get what I'm saying? One of the absolute best to do it in his own profession. So shout out to Melo, man. This was a good sit down. Good to see that, man. Something I wanted to bring up, man. Obviously, everybody's seen Claressa and Shannon Sharpe. I get it, bro. People really don't like the thought that she can beat men. And I'm with y'all, but I feel like she means so much more to the sport that I'm going to just ignore that. I'm sorry. I'm going to just never mind that talk. I'm going to just chalk that up as her being a super competitive athlete. And you're going to have to show her you could beat her. She's just one of them. She's been so good, so successful for so long at what she does. Again, you got to show Claressa Shields you can beat her for her to feel like it can happen. And unfortunately, even if you're a man, you still got to show her. So That's just her being headstrong, super confident, uber confident, I'm going to say. Maybe delusional, a little throw it off, whatever you want to say. Ultimately, I appreciate her position in boxing and what she stands for. And I feel like the narrative shouldn't be how she talking about beating up men as much as it's about what she's actually doing. And that's beating up anybody that get in her path and willing to challenge them all. That's what she represents. She's the epitome of a champion in every way, shape, or form. And I just hope we get to a point in boxing where more people could appreciate her before she retires. I hope she can get all her flowers before she retires. Last thing I'm gonna bring up before we dip out, y'all. We seen the Zuffa card. We seen what Jao Patai did against Brandon Glatton. Really good performance, Sharpe, boxed well. He fought, picked his shots, really good defense. He was in control the entire time. He took some good shots, you know what I'm saying? But it's a fight. Brandon Glatton is tough as they come, but he beat him up. He got a bag. Jao Patai is a really good fighter, but we know about the controversy going into the fight. They made him kind of make a pick, Zuffa belt or the IBF. And it's nasty work, man. Boxing got to do a better job at treating these fighters accordingly, man. Nobody should have to force to choose whether to carry the belt that they risk their career, their health for, over a belt that's looked at as a trophy or a token. And I'm gonna play the little short clip from Jao Patai, but this is what he said, and this is where I level with fighters. This is what don't get talked about enough.
You know, I broke my jaw for this belt. You know, I fucking couldn't eat for 4 months. Spent time away from my family. I missed my nan's funeral. You know, she was in... You know, they don't see the sacrifices we've got to make for this shit. And then just to have a decision, oh, we're going to strip him, it hurts, you know? Like, they don't know the shit that I've got to go through, but... You know, we're here. We live by decisions and we're fucking ready for the next one.
Man, I love this dude attitude. I love his attitude. Love his spirit, bro. I really rock with it. The IBF, Zuffa. I don't know. I don't want to try to point the finger incorrectly at anybody, but that man should have never had to choose whether or not he was keeping his belt. Zuffa, I get it. Y'all trying to be something different, but god damn, man, y'all gotta do a better job, man. Y'all really made this man choose between the belt that he got his jaw wired for. He couldn't eat for 4 months. He missed his what do you say, his nan, that's grandmother, I'm believing it, over there in the UK, they say nan, missed his grandmother's funeral because of the grind, the blood, sweat, and tears he putting into the sport. And all it took was for y'all to just come up with some little dumbass decision just out of nowhere and forced him to choose after he bled for that. Blood, sweat, and tears. Literally got his jaw wired shut, 4 months, couldn't eat. Got him talking through the wire, eating through a straw. 4 months of that. And then all it takes is one night and him just trying to be great at the sport that he's in. And now he got to pick at which belt to represent to call himself a champion. Nasty work. IBF, Zuffa, y'all collectively got to find a way to get on the same page. A fighter should never have to choose, especially after he bled for something. That's like in a weird way. It's like a soldier fighting for their flag and you saying F the flag, right? Like just the disrespect, like, right? He put in real work, man. Shout out to Jao Patai, man. He from Australia. What did I say? UK? My bad. Pardon me. Australia. Oh yeah. Shout out to CJ, man. So I rock with Jao Patai. I like him. He put forth a good performance, man. He's a sound fighter. He got talent. He's skilled. He's gonna make some good fights. And I think, you know what? I'll say this too. Anybody that, if he held your belt and you stripped him, well, for whatever reason, you just lost out on a great champion. The mentality, what he's willing to do, right? He's willing to test himself and travel to be great. Y'all missing out on a great champion for real. Y'all missing out on a great champion. New Zealand. Shout out to J Bean, man. New Zealand. What I say, the UK? Pardon me, yo. I say that a lot when I hear those accents, man. It's that accent that made me say UK, y'all. Because ain't he like Samoan or something to that effect? So it's that accent that makes me say the UK. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's Samoan and lived in Queensland, Australia. Appreciate you, CJ. I thought so. But yeah, man. Shame on y'all. Y'all missing out on a hell of a champion, bro. I think you missing one with Jao Patai, man. I think anybody that he's fighting for your belt, you should be glad to have him. Win, lose, or draw, because he got the mentality of a true champion. You know what I mean? And he's willing to put in a necessary sacrifice to carry your belt. And I'm pretty sure he paid the sanction fees too. So this is the second time he got something funny done with a belt, man. I think it's nasty work. I level with Ja and I rock with him, man. I hope that this don't deter him. Hope he just keep pressing, keep beating ass, bro. He got a lot more entertaining fights to make, and I'm looking forward to it. Great win this past Sunday. Well done, man. But that's my time for today, man. Much love, much appreciation to everybody that rocked out today. Hit the like button, share the stream, hype the live. Y'all already know. Sub to the channel, hit the bell icon, and come rock out with your boy. We're going to be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. to building this boxing like we always do. So with that, we're going to get up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Representing Brick City, Shakur.
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.